So we rejoin during the conversation in Godholm with High Cleric Elena. I believe we just settled up the deal for the top of the hammer, as well as introducing you to Maine, the Felidar, and protector of Elena. After the paladin came in screaming about the towers after the earthquake, and Minstrel turned his hair green, we'll be rejoining now. So, heroes, please allow me to hand you this as she holds out a letter.
I take the letter.
I look at her a bit confused as to why she's not more panicked about towers falling from the sky, but I nod as Pyre takes the letter, as I have a terrible thirst on.
I see. At which point she's going to bid you farewell and retire into her chambers. You are left in the room. Feel free to look around.
Don't let the towers bite.
I'm going to read the letter.
It's your completion note for the Adventurers Guild.
I'm going to...
Signed and sealed. Or it was, until you opened it.
Can I see the towers from where I am?
Let's say you go to the nearest window. Let's pull up a quick map for you.
What do they look?
Hang on, I'm just pulling up the... Okay, so from Godholm, you'll be able to see one, faintly off to the northeast.
Can I see anything particularly interesting? Is it a ruin? Does it count as a...
It's obviously brand new, it's just fallen from the sky.
Okay.
It's about, let's see, 10 feet of floor, 120 feet tall.
Right.
Maybe 130.
What kind of architecture is it? Like Gothic or...
To you, unknown. It's perfectly smooth and perfectly round. It's somewhat unnerving.
Oh. Like my balls.
Yes, they're also somewhat unnerving.
Right. I'm going to say to Minstrel, well, what do we do now?
I don't know. Why don't we ask our fellow friend who's standing behind us?
Do you mean Khan?
Yes.
How
do you feel?
Can't remember if Khan was male or female at this point.
Female, I think. I think he changed back.
Yeah. I was going to say, whatever.
I look at Pyre and I nod.
All right. I'm going to suggest we go to the pub.
That is exactly what I was thinking.
Yes, you mentioned you had a thirst. Well, I know somewhere where that ailment can be cured. The pub.
Okay. Got wrong people. Okay. So, with that, you find your way outside of the Grand Chantry and immediately head for the nearest drinking establishment. Upon recommendation from one of the paladins on the way out, you head to the Golden Flagon. Minstrel, you've been here before.
It's my favourite pub.
www. Oh.
I would like to go in and order 3 glasses of milk.
Milk?
Milk.
Okay. The bartender is going to look at you, somewhat confused, and bring you out 3 ale mugs full with milk.
And then 3 shots of vodka.
She brings out some dwarven firewater. It's the nearest equivalent.
And then I drop the shot of firewater into each flagon of milk.
The milk curdles because it would do, and it's unpasteurized.
And then I hand a flagon to Pyre and a flagon to Khan.
Okay. Who's actually drinking it?
I neck mine. I down the entire pint.
I have a con saving throw.
Pint of milk with
Pint of curdled milk with vodka. 9. You feel very unwell.
I shrug it off. God, that was a spicy one.
I am going to suggest that I'm retire so I can study the arcane arts.
And also, how much did this cost me?
Pretend to take a sip of the drink, but I don't really.
Between the milk and the dwarven firewater, you're looking at about 3 gold.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm
Not
going
cheap.
to. I'm
You're
going to leave Minstrel and Khan to drinking their milk.
Okay, I best make one for Khan. I think he gets a +2 to
When I'm in my
Con.
room, I would like to do something.
Fair enough. Khan also feels unwell. What would you like to do in your room, Pyre? If you're renting a room as well, it'll be 50 gold for the night.
50 gold, wow.
You
would
can
like
ask
to-
Mitchell, he got ripped off by this place before.
1 hour and 10 gold pieces for each level of a copied spell. So how many hours am I going to be here?
Are you staying the night, Minstrel? Are you
Yeah.
planning to drink here for the evening?
I'm going to have a fair bit to drink, then I'm going to go to sleep.
I'm
Fair
going to
enough.
stay the night.
Okay, so you're both staying the night, so we'll mark off 50 gold from everyone for the rooms. Khan, minus 50 GP,
And
Uh,
DKP.
and chill. So, Minstrel, you can mark off 50 for a room as well. So, we'll assume you to be here. It was afternoon, so you're staying to the next morning. So, we'll say 12 hours.
12 hours, so I can do 12 levels of spells.
That depends. Only if it's your school of magic. It's 2 hours.
No, I don't. I just want to copy the ones from one book into my new Vellum
Oh,
book.
into the new one. Oh, fair enough, yeah.
So 12. I mean, I think what I'll do is I'll just work out my total levels of spells for all my spells, and then just write it down as a number next to the book. And then when that number's maxed, then I've copied it. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So-
Also, do you want to spend any time doing anything else, Minstrel, after you're drinking, or are you just drinking for the next however long?
I'm going to have one more drink, then I'm going to go have a mid-afternoon sleep that's going to quickly become a all-night sleep.
See. So, what would you like to drink for the second time?
I will have a flagon of beer and a flagon of cider, but mixed together with
So,
some,
snake bite.
yeah, with some crushed blackberries in it, please.
Fair enough. So, let's see. Cider is a common thing, as is ale. Not beer so much, unfortunately. So, this is going to be a rather dark snake bite. The fresh fruit, we'll say that cost you 1 gold piece for the flagon.
Yep.
And Khan's going to retire after, unfortunately, drinking that. Okay, so Minstrel, I'm going to need from you and Khan 1 more con saving throw for the night. 16, that's fine.
Of course, that would have been a bad roll. I just did 1d10.
Oh, that would have been bad. 11. Okay.
Not bad.
So, Minstrel, you are going to, unfortunately, due to your curdled milk drink, soil
Die.
yourself through the night.
Woohoo!
So you've ruined your current clothes. You'll need to get them washed. Whatever they were.
This one's wearing a bit thin, and I make it look like I haven't shit myself.
Oh, okay.
There's just going to be a
smell.
In this
Oh, that's-
perfectly pristine suit, you just stink of shit.
Oh, that is the best use for that I think I've heard. Oh, oh, dear, that was bad. It's also still all over the bedspread. You can do with that what you want.
I've tucked
you
my
wake up-
bed. When I wake up, I'm just going to tuck my bed back in, so you can't see it.
Okay, maybe don't come back to this inn. Oh dear. Okay, so with that, we'll come to the next morning. What do we want to do now? Okay, let's add on long rest.
We could go to Iridel and look for caves on the way to burn.
There's certainly plenty of options for that.
I
Where's the
may.
pinned, isn't it?
Do you want to go maybe look at one of the towers? The one that's nearby?
I'm going to go and look at it with Puck.
It's not that close. It's about
Oh.
3 miles north.
3 miles north. Okay, I'm going to suggest to Minstrel and Khan. Perhaps now we've got now we're refreshed. We should go and check out one of those towers.
Well, I was thinking before we do that,
Don't think.
shall we? I mean, I wouldn't mind buying some perfume. There's been this awful smell following me all morning. I don't know what that's
Yes.
about.
Why do you stink of shit?
But
Oh.
perhaps,
Yeah.
perhaps we should go pick up this gold rose. And I said about there being a fellow, a lovely young lady who deals in artifacts. Perhaps you'd like to go meet her.
Artifacts, eh? That sounds very interesting. Yes, I shall follow you. I'm
Are we using the book or are we going to walk back?
I'm swapping just quickly enlarge for Scorching Ray, and I'm going to swap out Cause Fear for Featherfall because of the towers.
Okay. So are we going to take the book back, or do you want to walk back and go by one of the towers? What do you want to do?
I would like to.
Anyone?
I think walk. I mean, we are just kind of killing time, aren't we?
I would like. Sorry. What? Yes.
Yes.
I'll follow Minstrel.
Okay. Are we going up to the tower up north and then going to head over?
Yes.
Okay. So you set off from Godholm, heading to the northeast, partially on the way, partially just diverting across country because it makes life easier. As you begin as you begin approaching the tower, it does easily stand a good, how many floors is it? 120 feet tall. So you'd estimate it to be about 12 floors up.
Attached to the ground.
It's attached to the ground.
Oh right. It's not floating.
No, it's not floating. It fell from the sky and landed. Otherwise, it
Right.
wouldn't have caused an earthquake.
What is the range of Find Familiar?
I think you can go up to 60 feet. So you can go up to the 6th floor, I think. I will double check with familiar.
100 feet.
100 feet, so you can go to the 10th floor.
Okay, I will do this.
Okay. As it begins flying directly up, you very quickly realise as it's looking over, there are no windows at all. It is solid stone the entire way around. Perfectly spherical and perfectly straight despite having fallen from the sky.
Okay.
You do, however, see with it the door on the far side to you.
Door? Oh, what, the bottom?
At the bottom.
Alright, I'm going to say... Looks like there's a door on the other side, but I don't trust this thing.
I look up and down the tower and go, perhaps we should take a peek inside. As I use my ring of X-ray.
You cannot see through it.
Fuck. That's
Doesn't
weird.
work.
My ring tends to be it seems to be failing me, Pyre. I cannot penetrate these walls.
Must be all the abuse it took last night.
Make an Arcana check for me, Pyre and Minstrel.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm going to make an Arcana check to try and detect how many magical men bummed Minstrel last night.
Yes.
Oh.
Nat 20. Pyre, this is magical, probably
Ah.
celestial in nature stone. Minstrel, it's magic stone. That's why you can't see through it.
I've got a feeling this is magic stone.
You are quite right there, Minstrel. I believe, in fact, it is celestial magic that we're dealing with here. At which point I would like to command my
Undead.
unseen servant. What the fuck is his name?
Oh, Mary Bannerlow.
Mary Bannerlow to try the handle of the door.
As he approaches the door, have you walked around to the door yet?
I'm going to walk round, but staying like at least 30 feet away from the base of the tower.
That's fine. As you approach the side of the tower, you can see the door has no handle, nothing to push on. It's just solid door. There is a singular grooved recess split into 4 pieces on the side, and above the door a single sign cast in stone.
Sign with writing on it.
Yes,
I would
written
like to-
celestial. Can you read it?
No.
Minstrel, when you can see it, I found something out about comprehend languages. You have to be touching it to be able to read it. That's a fun fact.
Can I command Mary Bannerlow to just put his hands on the door if he has hands? I don't know.
No. For Minstrel's comprehend language circle, you have to be touching the object to be able to read the language.
Yeah.
That's right. I suppose
I'm saying for him to do it in case touching it activates something. So I want Mary
sure.
Bannerlow to do it first.
Yeah, he can connect to it first. That's fine. So as he touches his limited physical existence, so nothing happens.
Oh.
I walk up with an air of confidence and slightly shitty smell and lay my hand on the sign.
Okay. The words suddenly switch from indecipherable hieroglyphics to saying, approach those proved worthy by the 4 elements.
It says, approach those deemed worthy by the 4 elements. I fear this tower's not for us. It must be for the legendary Avatar who comes but once every 100 years. Really?
No, I think you're wrong there, young Minstrel. It's actually the Power Rangers it wants.
Ah. Sorry,
Alright, it's a bit tropey.
I'm going to cast. Minstrel, get back from the door. I shall try and burn it down.
I step aside from the door.
I cast Firebolt at the door.
Firebolt? Okay. Yeah. Bear with me. I just need to double check one thing.
While he does this, I'm casting Vicious Mockery on the door.
Okay. Vicious Mockery, I can tell you now, isn't going to do anything. However, Firebolt, as your spell connects to the door, you are going to receive a flash in your mind. Let's see. Where are we? Showing you a location out as your mind is taken from where you're standing far to the west, all the way past Iridal into the Golden Plains north of Mount Glom and south of Larnwick.
Glom? Oh, the halls of Glom.
Yes, north of there and south of Larnwick. You're going to be shown one of the other towers.
Okay. Larnwick. It's pronounced, by the way.
Yes. So you'll be shown the location of another tower there.
All right.
And then your mind will come back to itself.
I'm going to sort of snap out of it and I'm going to look to Minstrel. I'm going to say, Minstrel, would you mind showing me your map?
I withdraw my map and show it to Dear Pyre.
I look at it and I'm like, yes, that's exactly right.
I'm holding it, so you have to approach and bathe in my musk.
Okay. Oh god. Yes, we have to go there, and I tap the map to the lake in between the halls of Glom and Larnwick.
Lake?
Isn't that where you said we have to go?
No, the Golden Fields in between. There's a tower there. There's a lake. I think a fairly obvious ruin in the middle.
That's a ruin. Oh, I thought that was a lake. My bad. I thought it was blue. I don't know why. I'm not colorblind.
That's alright.
Alright. Yeah, anyway, that's where I tap on the map. And I, holding my nose, go, yeah, that's where we're going to go. forgive me, I'm going to stand back a bit. Minstrel, you really should have a wash.
I
Reputation.
I ignore the remark about needing a wash, but I then look at him and say, well, do we go there or do we go see these artifacts?
Well, there's no reason.
Or go get our money?
Well,
no.
Oh, sorry. As you've walked around the tower, also, highest passive perception is Minstrel, I believe, or is it Pyre?
Probably
Well,
not.
I'm only 10.
Oh, I'm 11.
Okay, 11. You're still going to spot it. You want to know it's a small black hut just off in the distance. Pyre.
So we're not in Godhelm anymore, right? We're
No,
outside.
you're out to the... Shall I just give you the tower map location?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I'll upload it now. Coming up. You found out where two of them were, and I assume you have enough spells to work out where the rest are.
I was about to say I was going to do some other spells, but yeah.
Just assume you've cast spells of every element you can.
Where are the... Well, I actually can't cast ice spells, so...
That's fine, we'll let you get away with ice. But
oh, right, so there's one near Mr. Tortilla's enemy. There's one in Mount Urdu. And that is exactly where I said that. You see, that grey thing's a lake.
close.
There's a tower in a lake between Larnwick and the Halls of Glom.
Yeah. You nailed the location perfectly.
Right.
So you can see you're at the blue one at the moment.
Well, Minstrel, we've been at this for quite some time, and we've somehow managed to fire every element at this door, and we've located all the towers. But where's this artifact lady again?
Ah, well, I do not remember quite where she is, but I do have this handy book of teleportation that will take us to her feet.
Very well. I suppose I can trust you. I shall have to have a look at that book one day. It's very interesting.
Yes, it comes at a terrible cost.
Can I determine the book's age?
Technically, because it was magically created about a month ago, it's a month old.
Okay.
Now,
I'm pretty perplexed by this artifact.
I open up the book. I believe it's page 15 and 16.
Let's have a look. Main campaign, book locations. Yes. Marked as Siredorm.
And I say, come closer, Pyre. We must read at the same time.
Khan also looks over your shoulder, knowing that that's not how it works.
I say, well, perhaps. Are there any buckets of water around?
Buckets of water? No, you're in a field.
Is there any water around?
The nearest water is over towards Lakeview Town. I suppose there's a couple of small streams or things nearby.
Can I suggest that we go wash Minstrel in a stream before we go teleporting anywhere where he might have to charm someone?
I suppose you're right. I probably should go have a quick wash. I don't suppose you can heat some water for me, can you?
I would be glad to.
Burn it!
Burn it. I would like to make a little fire and then use control flames to make it nice and big.
Okay, so with that, whilst you're washing, you're going to once again see the small black hut just off in the distance.
Right, I might as well send Puck over and have a look.
While I'm having a bath, I'm using the stirring stick of Rambler to stir my bath.
That makes it cold.
Oh no!
He literally freezes drinks to like light ice. Just so you're cold now in your bath.
Fire! This bath is too cold.
I cast Firebolt.
I forgot it did that.
Stream.
Oh dear!
I just had it in my inventory as stirring stick.
Yeah, you forgot it's the one that the guy used to make the drinks cold. Oh dear, or a copy of it. So with that, as Puck reaches the small hut, he looks inside and sees through the windows, a partially destroyed library with a magical circle on the floor.
I think there's something very interesting in that hut. Could be a trap put here to tempt me towards it, because it's exactly what I'd be interested in. But it's too tempting to pass up. I'll wait till you finished your bath, young minstrel.
I'm
Wait,
scrubbing my
calling you
armpits.
young minstrel again.
And-
It's hard to break a habit.
All right, I'm going to
Then
pick up a brush and help scrub him
Okay.
in
So
a
you
very
spend about
homoerotic
20
way,
minutes giving Minstrel a bath before.
using Mary Banalo as well to do the more grubby bits.
I just want it to be known as well. I've stayed in my clothes while I'm having this bath because they need a wash as well.
Fair enough.
And I'm a noble. I'm very modest.
Modest the right word? Prudish, surely. I mean, you can bathe with your clothes
Servants,
on.
only servants bathe naked.
Mm. Only servants bathe in the river. But I mean, anyway. Okay, so with that, Minstrel, you're now nice and clean, no longer having the awful smell. It's still there, it's just much fainter. You need a good stewing before you get rid of it.
I thank Pyre for his help, and I hand him one potion
Oh,
Which one?
of fire breathing.
Really? You go with that one? Okay.
Nice.
It does do a fair amount of damage. Okay.
Is it a bonus action to use it?
To drink it, yeah, and then it's an action to activate the breath. So you can do it all on one turn.
Very well.
Okay, so with that, are we going to head over to the small black hut?
I
Yes.
suppose that I have felt this kind of pulling towards this black hut, having it been mentioned 3 times. So perhaps we should have a little spy inside.
Say black cuck or black hut.
Black
Sorry.
hut.
I'm not going to get into the jokes for that.
Are minstrel's clothes torn in any way? Or broken?
They look perfectly fine thanks to his glamoring armor.
Oh, so I can't use my mending to repair his. Can I
Unfor-
down his jacket with mending?
I mean, there doesn't appear to be any need.
Okay. Can I do it with my jacket so I look as good as minstrel?
Sure, why not? He can change his clothes at will. So.
All right, I'm gonna approach the hut and have a peek through the window.
The entire area appears faintly burned, as if it was blackened by fire.
Pyre, have you been here before?
I don't know. It does smell like somewhere I've been before, but it doesn't look like my work. I'm not sure if I recognise that as I investigate the circle on the floor.
Okay. As you investigate the circle on the floor, it's a short-range teleportation circle. By inscribing a particular rune in the center, it will absorb the paint and then transport you to the right location. As you look around the room, you can see the small pot of paint tucked into the back corner.
Interesting. Looks like some kind of a teleportation device. Must be an entrance to one of these towers, but I've no idea which one. I'm going to open the door and head inside.
Okay. As you head inside, you can now see the 3 stone bookshelves, all with completely burned black books, still resting on the shelves.
Can I use mending to unburn them?
You can try.
I shall try. I shall take a book and mend it.
Okay. Just for random sake, which book are you picking from? Let's assume you've got left, forward, and right as you've come through the door to the bookshelf.
Far left book.
Left. Okay.
Actually, no, the biggest one.
The biggest one. Okay, the biggest ones are on the back shelf, so you'll be going over there. So as you walk across the room and pick up the largest book to cast Mending, the book does repair itself, as the entire contents is still there. However, it does just turn into a rather well-bound blank book.
Interesting. Any thoughts, minstrel? And I hand him the blank book.
I would like to look on the floor and see if there's any trace of any previous paint left on the floor?
There isn't any left on the floor, but the pot is still in the back of the room, along with the small paintbrush.
I would like to ask the pot, what was the last symbol painted?
The pot is not sentient.
Ah, Pyle, we appear to have run into a problem. That pot is not sentient.
My goodness.
Impotent.
Well, that's a first for me, I have to say.
Okay.
I'm going to have a look at the pot. What colour paint's in it?
It's light blue. The same colour as the circle on the floor.
So this must be... Well, I'm jumping a bit here, but I assume blue is water. So this must be the door to the water tower, which I happen to know is the...
Water tower would be the one off to the south of Isala.
The one to the south of this...
By Turtle Man's enemy's place. That one.
Yes.
Leaving. Yeah. And
I relate.
just for quick information, Earth is over at Mount Udu and Wind is over at Norum.
Right.
Just so you've got them all.
Do you think I'm right, Minstrel?
Yes.
Okay. What do we want to do in the room?
I would like to say to Minstrel, well, we've got to paint this symbol here, and I assume the portal to the tower opens. Are you ready and willing to go in, or do you want to find the artifact lady first?
I'm easy. I'm enjoying the fresh smell of the daisies.
He's pushing up daisies.
Smells faintly of burned books, but sure.
Ooh, nice smell.
Probably better than what you smelled like earlier. Okay, so what symbol do you want to paint in the circle?
The one that's on the floor.
There isn't one on the floor at the minute. It's a large circle with runes inscribed around the edge. The middle is blank.
What do the runes say?
They're in magic script. That's all it's.
Can I try and arcana them?
Can I touch the floor and read it?
Interestingly, also no, because you don't pick up magic text from it.
Yeah, ciphers and shit.
Yeah. You can make an arcana check.
I shall.
Fire.
Oh, there's a penis.
20. You're going to establish this is the runes which are inscribed are the base runes for casting teleportation. You also establish that only things inside the circle will teleport when it's activated.
How wide is it?
It's about 20 foot in total radius.
Oh, so
So
we
you'll
can
be able
easily fit.
Oh yeah, you'll all easily fit inside.
Alright, I'm gonna... Do I remember what the symbol for frost looked like on the door?
There wasn't a symbol for frost on the door. It was just 4 grooved recesses.
So I have to draw a symbol. You have to draw a symbol.
You have to work out what the symbol is. You may want to look around the room.
I'm going to look around the room.
Make an investigation check.
Oh,
I would also look around the room.
Also make an investigation check.
right, what's your investigation score? Because I might just help you instead. Mine's 7.
Yeah, mine's not 7.
Okay, so do you
I'll
just want to
assist.
fire?
I'll assist.
Okay, fire. Make with advantage. Wow. Okay, Minstrel, do you want to try as well?
Yes.
Can't be much worse.
Oh,
Oh,
Roar.
okay. Unfortunately, you're going to look around the room and not find a great deal. You're going to be moving past books and
I'm going to
opening them.
start.
Khan,
Just
Khan,
taking-
why don't you have a look, Khan?
Okay, let's have Khan roll. I'm just going to have to assume +4 for this. So I think he's got 17. Okay, Khan is rather conveniently going to find behind one of the books you've pulled off the shelves a small symbol carved into the stone. I shall put the picture up now for you.
Ah, Silent Guardian.
As always.
There appears to be some kind of currency on the wall.
I didn't think about that when I drew that, to be fair.
I'm going to draw that picture and the teleporting thing.
I'm
you
going to
all
make sure I'm
stand
in the circle of it.
Yeah. As you all make sure you're standing in the circle as this happens, there's a small flash of light, and suddenly you
The
are
party is all dead.
you're in another room. This time there are no windows or doors. It's a little dark at first, but your eyes quickly adjust to the dim light. And hanging on the far wall, you can see a map of the continent.
There's a map of the continent.
What happened? Sorry, what happened? We went through the portal and we're...
You're in another room
Yeah.
with this map on the far wall.
Oh, I've seen that map before.
I should imagine you have.
Oh, but this one's slightly different.
Yes. You may want to download it and zoom in.
Got all these... Oh, you could pin it on the Discord.
Do you want me to pin it on the Discord?
Would you? That would be very, very kind.
Okay. Pinned.
Right.
Okay. So,
what do all these symbols mean?
do you want to try and work out an investigation check?
Yes,
Okay, make your investigation check.
I shall. Has anybody tried? Oh,
No.
I'm also going to take a look.
Okay.
has anybody tried Matt? Because it's now 7:10.
Natural 20. Minstrel, you establish these are completely random. And I mean completely random. They are nonsense.
They appear to be something to do with nonsense.
Well,
as you continue
any
looking around
doors?
the room, you can see one more symbol on the back wall, the
Okay.
opposite side to this painting.
Let's have a look at it then.
Okay. This one is painted as this.
All right, I paint that one into the teleporter.
Takes you back to the first room.
All right, I paint it again into the first room's teleporter.
Yeah, you're still there.
I paint the euro in again.
Okay, you go back to the other small room.
What if you paint them both in at once?
How would you do both at once? You only have one paintbrush.
Two hands. Oh wait, hold on. I've got an ink pen.
Not
That's
quite a
what it means.
paintbrush.
Could I ask Puck to borrow one of his feathers?
I take out an arrow and I wrap Medusa hair around the tip of the arrow.
Oh no.
This is now getting into a level of stuff I didn't think you would do.
Oh,
but-
no, actually, no. I will wrap a bit of hemp rope, half a foot of hemp rope, around the tip of an arrow,
Arrow boy.
and then I hand it to Pyre.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to do both symbols at the same time.
Okay, you teleport immediately from one room and then back to the same room.
Well, looks like these symbols take us between, but not to any of the towers. I think we're
So-
done here.
Was there anything else in that other room we may have missed?
You're still in the room with the map on the wall. You haven't tried to move it yet, since you're not getting this puzzle.
I would like to approach the map, and I would like to see if there's anything on the wall behind the map.
As you lift the map off the wall, there's nothing on the wall, but you do notice on the back of the map there is another symbol.
Oh, there's another symbol.
And I will put that one up now for you.
Hey, how did you work that out, Minstrel?
Ah, it's a knot of snakes.
I'm going to draw these swirly swastika onto the portal
I
teleporter.
called it a double S when I made it, so. Okay, your party is now teleported into a third room, once again slightly larger than the first two. This time you're going to see 5 books sitting on 5 pedestals. I shall upload them now. What would you like to do?
Fire, water, gold,
And
Death.
the other one?
South Africa.
Okay.
Oh dear.
What would we like to do here, guys?
I shall approach and examine the green book without touching it.
Without touching it. Okay. What sort of check would you like to make?
I would like to have Mary Bannerlow hold up the book and open it so I can read the first page.
Open it. Okay, I'm going to say as you've looked into it to investigate, it appears to only have one page in it.
Well, that's the first page then.
Okay. Pyle, how many magical items are you carrying?
Why?
I need to know since you've opened the book.
3.
Okay,
Four,
I need
5.
if you
6.
could. Okay, put all of them in a quick list with numbered 1 through 6, and then roll a d6 for me.
Do you want to just do it in the order of that it's in my inventory?
Yeah, just post the list up and then.
So 1 is Loach, 2 is the Tri-Trident, 3 is the Elf Dagger, 4 is a tiny javelin with an ornately carved shaft that always returns when thrown, exactly halfway between you and the person closest to you.
Okay.
5 is a cloak of the manta ray. Oh, I think that's it.
Okay, so roll a d5 for me.
Want to? I don't want to.
They'll come off in that order.
Does it let you roll a d5?
Yeah,
Oh.
you can do 5. Okay, your
My
javelin is now no longer magical.
Oh, nice. That's actually.
That's the junk item. You got so lucky.
Yeah. Imagine if it was Loach.
Although the Tri-Trident could have gone, I suppose, because that's only 3 uses, isn't it?
How did you work that out?
You told us.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was counting them because you've used your quarterstaff twice,
so
haven't
now
you?
just a.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's now just a blank page in a book.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'll just
What
change
happened,
it to
Fire?
a tiny javelin then, I guess.
Just a
Um,
tiny javelin.
Well, it appears to have destroyed this item I got when I was at Ainur Magic School. Oh dear, it's the only thing I had left to remind me of my mentor, whose name I've forgotten.
Well, Pyre,
Man, that really faded your memory quick.
that's alarming. Perhaps you should temporarily take off all your magic items before you meddle with further books.
Perhaps I should just not meddle with any further books.
And I'm going to temporarily put all of my magic items
Okay. In the bag of
into
holding?
bag of holding.
You realise that itself is a magical item.
Yeah, and then I was going to hand the bag of holding to Pyre.
Oh, okay.
God, how heavy is it now?
It weighs 2 pounds.
Oh, okay.
A bag
Like,
of holding
they can
always
be-
weighs 2 pounds.
I presume it's going to be heavy, because even though I'm a wizard, I don't understand for some reason. No, never mind.
And then
Which books would you like to open?
I'm going to open the blue book.
Okay. As you open the blue book, there appears to be a spell scroll inside. That's it.
There appears to be a spell scroll inside. Can I inspect the spell scroll?
Sure thing. Make an Arcana check.
Kana, check.
21. Nice. Okay. It appears to be a scroll for a spell. Ooh,
No
sorry.
shit.
Called Galdor's Tower. Gelder's Tower. I'll put the name up in.
Do I recognise that? Oh, you haven't told me yet, have you?
That's the spell it would allow you to cast.
And then I'm going to walk back over to Pyre and show him this scroll as I take my bag of holding off him and get dressed again.
I would like to. Do I recognise this spell?
You've heard of it before, but you have to make a quick Arcana check to work out what it does exactly.
Very well. I shall do as you say.
Okay. 20. Okay. So, remembering from your school days, this being a very practical spell for any wizard to learn, if you remember your teachers explaining it would create a 2-story tower made of stone, wood, or similarly substantially sturdy material. The tower could either be round or square, and is 10 feet tall and has an area of up to 100 square feet. Access between the levels consists of a simple ladder and hatch. Each level takes one of the forms chosen when you cast a spell. A bedroom, a study, a dining space, a lounge, a washroom, an observatory, or an unfurnished empty room.
I've heard enough. I want to learn this spell. I
Okay.
want it!
So you can begin copying that when you've got
What level
time.
of spell is it?
3rd.
Okay. So can I have it, Minstrel? Minstrel, please.
I will say yes. I mean,
I'll tell you what, I'll swap it for this enhance ability scroll that I can't learn because it's not a wizard spell.
I
Perhaps
accept
it'll come
that
in handy
gracefully.
Okay. Where are we going next for books?
I'm too scared. Alright, I'm going to take off all my magic items and I'm going to approach the... So what have we done? Green and blue?
Yeah, you still got yellow, black, and red.
I'm going to approach the gold.
Okay, so you approach the yellow.
I do it the same way as well. I get Mary Bannerlow to hold the book up so I can read it.
Okay. Oh, I'm so happy. I will need a Constitution saving throw from everyone.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll a 18 for that one.
Okay.
Which would be a 20.
20. Okay, let's roll for Pyre.
But I'm Pyre.
21. Nat 20. Nice. I think he has 3 to Constitution and no proficiency. Nice. So we have all 20 or higher. A terrible smell fills the room. Thankfully, you all manage to resist its horrible effects as it dissipates quickly.
We're already used to that fucking smell.
I was to say, Minstrel has prepared the party well for this. As you establish the spell was Stinking Cloud.
Minstrel, was that you?
I don't think so.
Right, is there anything on the book anymore?
Nope, it's just a blank page.
Well, seems I've got not the greatest of luck at these things. You'd have thought I would have seen this in my dreams, but all I saw that was I didn't puke for some reason.
Good dream. Okay, so we've got the red and the black book left. Where are we going?
I believe it's your turn, Minstrel.
I will take all my magic items off again and leave the bag with Pyre. It includes my armor, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Mary Bannerlow can carry that.
No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to keep everything on. And I'm going to open the red book.
I thought someone would go for the red book.
I could have cast Mage Armor on you.
Okay. So, with that, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from everyone.
Everyone?
Everyone.
I'm going to roll my other one.
11, that's a fail.
So it's going to
16
be...
was your other one, plus whatever your dex is.
18.
18, that's a pass. Okay, time to start rolling for me. Ooh. Oh, I need one from Han as well, don't I? He has proficiency in that, so I'll say 7. And that's a pass as well. So just Minstrel taking full damage, everyone else is going to be taking half. 8, 15, 19, 26, 30. So Minstrel, you take 30 points of damage as the book explodes as you open it. Khan takes 15 and Pyre takes 15.
I'm going to drink a greater healing potion.
Okay.
Would absorb elements reduce that at all?
Can it absorb thunder?
Thunder? You mean not lightning? You mean yeah? I don't know. I don't think it can. No.
No, so no, unfortunately. As the book explodes with a force of thunder and sound waves crashing out from it.
I'm gonna drink also a greater healing potion.
Okay.
What is that?
A greater healing potion is greater Potion of greater healing. 4d4 plus 4.
44.
16.
Whoops.
13.
Oh, I did right. I did do it.
Yeah, you did do it right. I'm going to leave Khan alone for the minute. He's got a fair chunk of health. Or she at the minute. Okay, there's only one book left. After that surprising incident.
Alright. Well, there's one book left, Minstrel. Perhaps Khan could open it.
Yeah. Okay, that seems fair. Khan is going to walk up and open the final book,
Oh, this is the
revealing, yeah, unsurprisingly, the one in the middle was the one with the symbol. It's almost like I'm not very creative.
one. Oh god, we've already had a G and an E, and now we're getting an N. We need
C as well.
another G, an I, an
And,
R.
oh, dear. And an S, don't forget.
Right, I'm going to paint that into the teleporter.
Okay, you are teleported now to a medium-sized room. It's a little bit larger, once again, than the previous room. This has a lot of corpses in it. And I mean a lot.
My
There
goodness
is-
me.
There is broken bookshelves made from wood. Once again, no light, but a faint glow is coming from somewhere. And one of the corpses, fairly undecomposed at this point, is missing an arm and a leg.
Mm.
And on the wall in blood is written the words, "Turn back now."
I touch myself and cast Cure Wounds at level 3.
Okay.
No,
You can do
level 2.
Level 2, okay.
Oh, injured. Oh, yeah, you took 30 points of
He
damage.
took 30 points of damage.
I'm going to cast Animate Dead.
Okay.
And animate one of the zombies.
And you can have 2 skeletons if you like.
2?
Well, there's enough there that you can make 3 things, can't you?
No, that's only if I upcast it.
Oh, okay. So if you can only make 1 zombie with it then.
Yeah. If I do a level 3.
So the one which is still intact enough to be a zombie is the one with a missing arm and leg. Any of the others would be skeletons.
I'll take a skeleton then.
Okay. You resurrect one of the skeletons as it pops up.
And I'll cast, while I remember, I'll cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
And I will command the skeleton to walk towards the other end of the room.
As the skeleton walks across the room over to where the bloody message is written, nothing happens.
I'm going to have him just like walk around a bit.
Okay. As he picks his way across broken up bookshelves and other bony corpses. Nothing's really happening. Nothing's going on.
I look at Minstrel and I scratch my head.
I am a bit lost with what was happening there. You've summoned some zombies.
He summoned a skeleton and it's currently checking the room. He hasn't found any traps or anything.
Can I have a quick scan around the room with my elf eyes?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Why do you always tell me to do things?
D&D etiquette. You ask to do things, I tell you how to do them.
Oh, okay. I've just sent KJ a text message saying roll 1d20 plus 4.
Nice. 6. The most interesting thing in the room is the decomposing body.
Ah, Pyre, there's a decomposing body.
I shall investigate the decomposing body.
Sure. As you go over to it and turn it over, you can see a final rune carved into its forehead.
And
The missing arm and leg appear to have been burned off, almost by acid.
I would like to cut the forehead rune off using my small knife
Okay?
and put it in my pocket.
Okay. That's your call.
All right, I'm going to ask Weebam Na to come with me as I say to Minstrel, well, it looks like the next teleportal is the one that may or may not kill us. We don't really have a reason to go through, but I'm interested. Should we go through?
Yes.
Okay. Khan's going to nod and agree, since he's 50% here.
Right.
Okay, so we're stepping into the portal?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So as you step into the portal and draw the rune in the middle, the same flash of light is going to overtake your vision, and you are now going to be. I'm going to start putting pieces down. So you'll be coming in here. Top beauty around. Draw the teleportation circle in the room.
Does anybody actually know what's happened to Matt? He
No
doesn't
idea.
Might be dead.
Doesn't seem like the sort of person to just not turn up.
Yeah, but I mean, at the later time, especially, that's unusual. Okay.
It says he's online on Facebook.
I keep messaging him and calling him.
Yeah, but I've called him 3 times now. I've given up.
Yeah. His phone must be on silent. Okay. It says active now, yeah. Okay. So you want to come into a large room. Can you see on the video chat?
Oh.
Mostly? Yep.
Yeah.
Other way. You get the rough idea of the room from there. So you're in the teleportation circle here. There is a
Where's
large...
Weebam Noah?
He doesn't... Oh, yeah, of course, Skelly Bob. Here we go. He can be number 3 for now. So, there is a large room encircling you. The walls are covered with books and bookshelves, all finely and intricately crafted. They are to the ceiling, which is about 20 to 30 feet high. There is a ladder bookshelf. There is a ladder on one of those sliding bookshelf things that goes the entire way around the edge of the room.
Minstrel, I think we're in heaven.
I think we're in hell.
I think we're in love. Okay, I'm going to command Weebam Na to do a circle of the room, following the wall.
Following the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
As soon as he gets to here, you're going to hear a... Hang on, can I do it that side? Squelching noise coming from the ceiling.
Okay. I say to Minstrel, I think there's some kind of a troll masturbating on the ceiling.
I suggest we avert our gaze. If we can't see it, it can't see us.
Is my response to that.
At which point I touch me
Okay.
and cast Great Invisibility.
Okay. You're
I'm
invisible.
going to do the same.
See, it works.
Wait, is Great Invisibility concentration?
Yes, I think so. I'll double check.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to
No,
be
worries. So just minstrel. I can remember that. Okay. So after a few moments, a large gelatinous slime is going to fall down about there.
It's a cube. Is it a cube?
No, it is not. It is
Oh.
spherical.
Because that used to be like the classic monster when I played AD&D, was the gelatinous cube.
Gelatinous cube is a nightmare because you can't see it. You can run into it in a corridor and just die.
And also
Gonna move away from the party, if I may.
Where would you like to move to?
Let's go north. Full length of movement.
I'm going to. Oh,
You've
we
all
in
got one
combat.
round. You've got one round because it was dropping from the ceiling. I'm going to move Khan to the south.
I'm gonna move 10 feet west. And I'm going to cast 1 round, you say? I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere at level... level 4. Flaming Sphere at level 4. And I'm going to summon it between me and it. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do.
I should double check.
I don't think it does damage until his turn, unless I use my bonus action to ram it. Oh wait,
Yeah,
I've got my bonus action.
You still got your bonus action, yeah. So you want to ram it?
Can you do that on the first turn though?
I'll say yes. You can move it up to 30 feet on the same turn. So.
I should do that then. So he has. It's a Dex throw versus 4d6.
Okay. It is going to fail the Dex throw. I can tell you that now.
Oops. Oh no! Why have I started doing that again?
You just got past this.
12.
12. Okay. So 12 from its health. I'm going to have to open the calculator because it's got a lot of health. Okay, at this point we'll have initiative rolls from everyone. -4 gets a 3. So let's roll for Khan.
Oof.
20.
Ooh.
19. Okay, you all go first, so it's going to be Khan, Pyre. I'll roll for your skeleton.
Oh, I don't know what his initiative is.
Dexterity should be... I'll pull it up now, please. Hang on. Roll the d20, I'll take it.
You control the skeleton, I just command it.
Yeah, I know, I was just going to have you roll for it.
Oh, okay. I shall. 1d20.
Dexterity is +2.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, I thought skeleton.
10. Okay, so it actually goes before Minstrel.
Go on, Weebam, nah.
Slide. Okay. So with that, Khan's up first.
Oh.
So because of that fact, I'm just going to knock a couple of arrows and take the shots. It's a hit and a miss. So his damage, I believe, is 1d8 plus 3 or 4.
One of those.
10. We'll call it 10.
50. Call it 50.
Still wouldn't save you. Pyre, you're up next.
Right. I'm going to use my bonus action to ram it.
Okay, so roll for damage, because I can guarantee this thing is not passing a dexterity saving throw.
Nice. Well, that's very handy, because I
-20?
would like to cast... Oh, actually. This isn't a dex saving throw. Scorching Ray isn't a dex saving throw.
Oh, what is it?
It's
Ranged spell attack.
Spell attack, yeah. I'm going to cast Fireball.
Okay, so I'll make the dex saving throw, but it seems pointless. Nope, it gets a total of 0.
25.
25. Okay. Next is Skeleton. What do you want his command to be? I'll let you throw that at the end of your turn. Attack. Okay. He's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make an attack roll. Hits for 1d6 plus 2. So 3.
Go on, Weebam, nah.
As his weapon is now disintegrated and he is unarmed.
You've still got your fists, Weebam, nah. Keep going.
I mean, sure. Minstrel, your turn.
I will sing a song about the people. All the people.
Shining people.
I will take a shot with my arrow.
Oh.
Sure.
It's K1, isn't it, to keep the highest?
Yeah, K1.
KJ.
What?
16 still hits.
1d8 plus... and then plus 5.
Why were you rolling with advantage?
I'm invisible.
Oh, of course.
Invisible.
I forgot that, so that means I can't attack you. 13. Okay. Take that from his health. Okay. Anything else for your turn, Minstrel?
I'm going to bardically inspire Pyre.
Okay. So you have Bardic Inspiration, Pyre. What's your dice now? 1d8.
1d8.
So you add that to one attack roll.
You can add it to one attack roll or ability check.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, the slime is going to use its pseudopod, because I love that word, to grab your skeleton,
Oh,
who now needs to roll a
Do.
dex saving throw. She's
Go
going to
on.
fail,
oh.
and with the damage, yep, he's going to be disintegrated inside the ooze.
Farewell, Weebum. Now you served me well.
To be fair, if he punched it, he would have died too. He only had one round left regardless. And he is then going to move his full movement range. 5, 10, 15, 20. So he's still going to take damage from Flaming Sphere. Heading towards Pyre. So Pyre, roll damage for Flaming Sphere again.
4d6.
10. Okay. Next up is Khan, who is just going to hang back and knock a couple of arrows.
I assume he loses all these arrows as well.
Yes, he does. He's also going to hit twice this time.
Hurt
So-
that man.
Let's roll his damage as, was it 2d8 plus 8 in total? I may be making him way too strong here. Double ones, so 10 in total.
Oh.
I also don't know what spells he has, so I can't do a great deal else. This is why I needed your character sheets when you weren't here. Pyre, your turn.
Fireball. Oh wait, I've only got one slot left, haven't I?
Yep. do you wanna-
Actually, I'm going to use Loach to cast Fireball. Can I do that? 2 bonus actions?
Yeah, sure. You just sacrifice your main action instead. So roll for dexterity saving throw. 4. And 25. So
And,
take off 25. And
and
is it
with the,
dex for Flaming Sphere again?
yeah, but I'd like to move the Flaming Sphere. I can move it 30 feet, so I'd just like to move it again between the two of us.
So there?
Yeah, and then obviously I bump him with it.
Sure. So roll 13. 7, 13. Okay. Minstrel, your turn.
It's what? It's my turn?
Indeed.
Oh, guess what I'm going to do?
Don't do it.
Fire an arrow. 22 hits. Unsurprisingly.
22 hits. That's a lot.
To be
of
fair,
damage.
16
28.
hits. Okay. We are. So that's his health now. Now it's his turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Pyre, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Why?
Because I
First of
can.
all, he's got to take 4d6 damage.
That's only if he ends his turn in range of it, isn't it?
No, if he touches it.
He went past it.
Or maybe double check it.
Yeah, hang on.
In the meantime, I shall roll a.
Yeah, ends its turn.
Oh, right, okay. Roll a 1d20 plus 2. Oh,
Nat 20. You managed to avoid the extending pseudopod coming towards you.
I won't re-roll that then.
Okay. Don't you have to declare your portent before? Oh no, of course you've got lucky feet, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, Khan is going to move to there and knock a couple of arrows. Nat 1 and Nat 20. So that's a crit, so it's still 2d8. But just plus 4. So that's 18 in total. Okay, as the arrows sink in and dissolve once again into its flesh, we'll come to Pyre's turn.
Again. Right, I'm going to move 5 feet south, 25 feet east.
Yep.
Then I'm going to cast Misty Step and move another 30 feet east. And I'm going to bump the old thingamabob into it.
Sure. Okay, so roll damage for that one, because it's never passing a dexterity saving throw. Unless he nat 20s.
16.
16. Okay.
Mark off a second level spell slot.
Okay. Minstrel, your turn.
I'm gonna do exactly the same thing again.
Don't
Or
you have
another arrow.
loads of cool magic items?
Combat ones, not really. I've got the lightning dagger,
Fair enough.
which is a bit of a waste on one mob.
Like all my fireballs.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna knock an arrow.
Okay, go for it. Make your roll. Come on, dice. 23 still hits. 14. Okay. Next, we're going to
I've
come
got
back.
7 more rounds of invisibility.
nice.
Yeah, you would think.
What?
He's within range now. Minstrel, you're going to very quickly notice he's moving towards you.
Oh, he can see through invisibility.
As he is now going to attempt to engulf you inside the slime.
I don't have any portents left.
Wait, should I have not been rolling with advantage? If he
No,
can
you
see
should have, because he wasn't in range for most of this. He has blind sight, but only for 30 feet.
What throw do you need?
A dexterity saving throw. Against... Where am I? 15. Oh! You are going to once again avoid the pseudopod, but he is instead now going to lash out with it to try and strike you.
Striking.
Get a 22.
Cutting words, that shit.
Okay. So roll. 20.
Still hits.
Still hits. Okay. So you're, going to,
My invisibility! It's gone!
so you are going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, plus 15 points of acid damage.
Oof.
Yeah, woof. This thing's not very fast and it's not very able to hit things, but when it does, woof. Okay. Khan is going to knock a couple of arrows.
Couple of arrows.
I've lost a dice.
Couple of arrows.
There we go.
All right, mate. My name's Matthew Avery. I'm a little bit whoa.
Who hits again? Quickly roll damage. 3 plus 8 is 11. As the arrows once again disintegrate inside it. Pyre, your turn.
Nice. I would like to cast Scorching Ray. Which is a
Okay.
spell, so I'm going to make 3 ranged spell attacks.
Sure.
3d20. How do you do? Oh, that's interesting. I'm sure there is a way of doing it, but I don't know it, so I'm just going to do it like this.
They all hit.
Really?
Yeah, this thing has an AC of 6.
I didn't need my bardic inspiration then.
No.
So it's 2d6, so 6d6.
Total. It's fire damage still, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
29, and then I'm going to bump
Bump it with the thing here.
my brazier of fire.
We'll move it to there, say? So it's interposed between the two of you still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
13.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't fuck with Minstrel too much.
It's far enough away, he's not going to be affected. Okay, so with that, we'll take off. Okay, Minstrel, your turn.
Right, I'm going to teleport 20 feet to the east.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I am going to walk my full length of movement south.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
And then I'm going to drink. Oh, yeah, drink a greater healing potion.
Okay, that's your action gone with that as well, because you already used
Yeah.
the bonus to teleport. Okay.
That is 4d4 plus 4, isn't it?
Yep. Okay. So with that, we come to the slime's turn again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And Minstrel, you're just in range.
Thank you.
So I need another dex saving. It can't attack you from this range, to be fair. I need another dex saving throw.
Just a dex saving throw against guaranteed death.
No, 25, he's made it. So, once again, the suckerpod tries to grab you and absorb you, but it doesn't work. So, Khan's turn. Couple of arrows.
Arrows.
2 hit.
Couple of arrows.
Total of 18, 16. Okay. Pyre, your turn.
Gwydion Pyre is my name. I would like to... How injured is the cube looking? Can I tell?
It's missing some chunks, but it doesn't look too bad, to be honest.
How injured is Minstrel looking? Can I tell about that?
Minstrel, how would you...
At the moment, I'm on about 75%.
Okay, so Minstrel's probably looking as bad off as the creature.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Right, it's just going to have to be Firebolt,
Okay.
which I think that's 2d10, right? Spell attack and 2d10.
Yeah.
Okay.
$17 has a hit. 10. Okay, let's take a 5.
Then for my bonus action, bump the old thing. Oh, can I put it between Minstrel and it?
You want it there or there?
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So, and bump the thing. So roll damage again. 11. Okay. Minstrel, your
How many
turn.
turns does it last for, by the way?
I'm
Up to a minute, so 10.
How
Going
many
to
have you
take-
had?
like
Sorry.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to teleport 20 feet to the east.
2, 3, 4.
And then full movement north.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then...
Polymorph?
T-Rex. He's a T-Rex.
conjure animals, and I will conjure... Just bear with me.
A bear?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Arthur who?
Beast by CR.
So, what rank are you going for?
That's what I was just going to decide. I'm thinking I might go for... Shit, I can't remember how the ranks work. Conjure animals. Conjure...
Quarter, you can do 8. Half, you can do 4. 1, you can do 2. And then 2, you can do 1.
Will summon 2 combat rating 1.
2 combat rating 1s. Okay, so
Yeah,
we are
and
1
just
piece. You have a table?
just giving you a table.
Can I have a table?
Okay, I'm going to ignore the eagle, the octopus. The toad can stay, the vulture, and
Toad.
the swarm of quippers, because quippers are actually demons. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a nice, easy number. 7.
I thought those
you
critters
summoned-
were fish.
Are they fish?
I think so.
Well, regardless, I got a 7, so you're getting 2 lions.
Woohoo!
Nice. God, I hope they aren't hungry.
Yeah, carnivorous fish.
Oh, fair enough. Like piranha.
And apparently can adapt to any aquatic environment, so it can be salt or freshwater.
Like actual piranha.
Hmm.
Okay, so you summon 2 lions. So they go after your turn, don't they?
No, you roll initiative, and
Okay,
their
for the-
command is to attack the big
Okay.
flebby thing.
Lions plus 2. Okay. Roll them in.
So a
Attack
lion's
them.
Sorry. They've actually got lower than the slime.
A lion has got the same dexterity as a skeleton in D&D.
Apparently so. Okay, so the lions are going to be going at the end of the turn.
Bien.
Obviously, I'm not doing anything else because I've used all my movement and bonuses and everything.
So the slime is going to move towards where the vibrations just came from. 3, 4, 5. It can reach one of the lions, and it's in sight range. So I need a dexterity saving throw from a lion.
What are you lying for?
It's actually going to pass. So with that, nothing's going to happen for that turn. We come back.
That's quite low on dex for a lion. I would have thought they'd be really dexterous, but not much strength. But see,
Wrong way around. That's tigers.
Mm.
As I say, lions are big, muscly things. Yeah, tigers and jaguars and things are the sort of sleek, slinky ones.
They've got a +1 to wisdom. Why have they got a plus anything to wisdom?
Lions
Natural born
wise.
hunters.
Haven't you seen The Lion King?
Yeah. Come on, Mufasa.
Mufasa a Sukasa.
Sure, whatever. So with that, we'll come to the lions' turns. So they are both going to move and attack, because I can do it as a block. Oh man, this is going to go so badly. You have not thought this through at all. As the lions make their attacks, they're both going to hit. They're both going to do... So we have an 8 and a 2, so that's 11 and 5, so 16 in total. However, they are each going to take 3d6 acid damage for physically striking this thing.
Ah, we've learnt a lesson here, Pyre.
Very interesting. Yes, it's almost
They
like
take
the same thing that happened to
13
Weebang.
damage.
Oh wait, no, it didn't happen to Weebang.
No, it didn't. It would have. If he punched it next turn. So yeah, they're taking half their health for striking this thing.
Oh, that's
Come
not
on.
nice.
It's going to knock some arrows. 12 and 9 both hit. 6 plus 4, 14. Okay. Pyre, you're up.
I actually run out of spell slots here, but I'm gonna do Scorching Ray again.
Sure. Make your attack rolls. I mean, you really don't need to. What's your plus?
+7.
Yeah, just roll 3d20 flat. If you don't get any natural ones, they all hit.
3d20.
Yep,
Oh.
you're fine. They all hit.
Well, I'm just gonna roll.
It's
6d6 and then move the thing for the dex save versus 4d6. Oh, that's kind of shit. 6d6 and I got a 15.
Do you want it there? Or do you want it not touching the lines?
Not touching the lines.
Okay. Minstrel, your
And
turn.
I'm gonna move
Sure.
south.
15?
And then west 10. And
Yep.
No, wait. You actually stay there.
Stay
where
there?
I was. So east 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay there.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay. Minstrel, your turn.
I am going to. Ooh. I'm going to move as north as I can.
There
Or
we go.
northwest, rather.
West. 1, 2. There.
Yeah. And then I suppose I'm going to. Knock an arrow.
Okay. Make your attack roll. No, you're in range, not with advantage. 23 still hits. To be fair, it's almost impossible for you to miss. You're adding the fire damage on for this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Minus. Okay. It looks to be getting fairly weak. Small chunks are missing from it. And by small chunks, I mean literal small chunks of slime have been chipped off.
We can eat those later.
You said what happens when you touch them, right?
Yeah, but I'll be touching it with my belly.
I see. Okay, so with that, it can actually finally move in range and take 2 attacks of opportunity from the lions.
Why are they lying for?
Both are going to hit, dealing a grand total of 11 points of damage between them, and taking some acid damage for the privilege. Yeah, killing them. Not want to be punching these things. They were well-used spell slots. They burn themselves to death, clawing through the acidic body of this creature. Okay, Minstrel, one more dex saving throw. 19, you're still fine. At which point it is going to use its last resort for this one, and physically move on top of you, as opposed to trying to catch you. As the amorphous blob now absorbs you. I was trying to avoid doing, because it's not as effective and you don't take damage for the first turn.
Oh.
Help, Pyre! I've been stepped on. I had no means to escape. Help me!
I mean,
Feel
is there a
small
means
enough.
to escape? How do you escape from this?
He can make a strength check, starting at his next turn. Or you
I
can
wish
kill
I
it.
hadn't given him the enhanced ability scroll now.
Oh yeah. Also, any non-magical items you have on you, Minstrel, are slowly dissolving.
I don't actually think I have any non-magical.
What about all your money?
That's in the magical coin purse.
Yeah.
So he gets away with that.
Oh.
Everyone got one. But Pyre hasn't come back since then.
I
Rambler
was born
had
with
one.
one.
And everything else is in the bag of holding, which is magical.
Fair enough. So that's all protected.
Well, I'm actually
Oh, my arrows.
arrow
Okay.
boys.
Your
Have
arrows
fun.
are going to have dissolved, and your loot's gone.
Oh.
Okay, so with
Wait,
all of your
arrows going to or have gone?
have gone.
Fuck. Have fun,
Okay.
Ozzy.
Also, with that, you're going to see inside the slime there is a small bolt of arrows, about 12, as well as a bow without a string, a small medal of some description. You can physically see inside its body. Okay, Khan is going to take 2 shots.
All up inside of you.
And that's
If
a
I
crit.
shoot a fireball at this thing, is it going to hurt Minstrel?
I'm going to say since he's inside it, no.
Okay.
That's a crit, so we'll double the damage for the first one.
Oh no, my rusted blacksmith hammer.
That's gone too.
Ironwood ocarina.
No, that'll stay because that's magic wood.
Oh, Macarena.
20 and 7. Okay, it is starting to look a little bit weaker because Khan rolled a crit on one of his attacks. Pyre, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to move the thing up and fireball it.
Okay. 5 and fireball. Yep. So it doesn't. I'm not going to make it dex saving throw. Just roll damage. Pointless.
Alright, I'll just
He gets a
roll.
-4 to dex saving throws. 41. Thank God. Before Minstrel gets dissolved.
He's dead.
And no. Oh, is that all of it? I thought that was the first half. I was thinking,
No, I
thank
did
God
both
you got some
together.
decent rolls.
I did both together.
No, it's still not dead, but it is looking very, very weak. Minstrel, I need a strength saving throw to free yourself.
Oh, yippee.
14. Ah, so close. If you didn't have -1. Literally. Okay, so with that, you are going to take 3d6 acid damage. 6, 9, 11. And on its turn, it is going to digest you. Because you can't make any other action, unfortunately. So, digest. You are going to take 5, 9, 10, 12, 18 points of acid damage as it continues burning through your skin.
Get
Okay.
me out here, Pyre!
Khan is going to
Try.
knock 2 more arrows. No, both hits. I need to keep track of the number of arrows I've used as well for him.
The thing didn't move, by the way, so didn't it? Didn't it take 4d6 on its turn from my?
Oh yes, well done. Roll 4d6.
I shall, as soon as I can find the thing to copy. There it is.
Doing the
18.
Okay. It's very, very close at last. So with that, Pyre, your turn.
All right, I'm going to bump it again.
Okay, roll damage. So it's not making a saving throw. Is your? I assume your DC's like 16.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
It's,
yes,
it's about there. Yeah. So it can't physically make one successfully. Okay. You still have your action. It's not quite dead.
Really? Not quite.
It's
dead.
not looking good. It's not going to take a lot at this point.
I could drink a spell slot potion, but I think I'm just going to do a firebolt.
Sure. Roll your attack spell and damage.
9.
9 still hits. It only has an AC of 6.
11.
11. Woo! Exact damage.
No.
As you catch it, as it now spills out. Minstrel, you're going to take a final 3d6 as the acid spills onto the floor with you inside it. 6, 12, 16 points of damage for you, Minstrel.
Down.
You're downed.
Yeah.
Okay, that means you also can't get yourself out of the acid, so someone's going to have to come save you in a second. But with that, it does, thankfully, drop dead itself, as the acid and the items inside it now sprawl out on the floor. I'm going to say Khan's going to run over. Oh, and I'm going to get rid of Flaming Sphere as well. I'm going to say Khan's going to run over and make a medicine check. I don't know if he has any potions, to be honest.
You don't know what his medicine is.
I know his intelligence is +1. I don't know if he's proficient, but he gets a 16 in total.
I can tell you he wouldn't want to use it, but he does have potions because I gave 2 greater healings out to everyone.
Fair enough. How far into minus are you?
What was that last roll?
16.
I'm -3.
Okay, so he manages to stabilize you, so you don't have to start making death saving throws. You're not going to be healed by that, but you're not going to start dying.
I'll give him a great healing potion.
Okay, so you roll the healing for that for him.
4d4 plus 4, right?
That's
Yeah.
the one.
15.
Oh,
You're back up with
I
15.
stumbled to my feet. God, that was a close one.
My goodness, what was it like in there?
It was very pretty. I saw some arrows and I saw a medal. It must have been, I think it said #1 bard on it, and it didn't taste very nice, and I smell a bit now.
It's got faintly of sulfuric acid.
And I'm gonna touch myself. Cure wounds level 4.
Go for it. Roll the healing.
So that's 1, 2. That's 4 again, isn't it?
Yeah.
4d4
8.
No, 4d8 cure wounds.
plus 4 charisma.
25. Feeling a bit better?
Oh,
Okay. So the items are now laying on the floor, and the acid itself has dissipated. Pyre, you managed to destroy about a third of the books in the room between your fireballs.
Can I mend them?
I mean, it'll take you a while. There's quite a number of them destroyed.
How long?
I'd say a good 2-3 hours to get them all done.
Minstrel, these books fascinate me, but it'll take me 2 or 3 hours to fix all the ones I accidentally burned.
well, I would love a short rest.
Perhaps we
You want
could
to look
take
over
a
the
long...
items that have landed on the floor?
Yeah, I will inspect the
I
items.
will pick the arrows up immediately.
Okay, make
May I have a look
Arcana
at
check.
those arrows? Oh, you... Okay, you try and
It-
work out what they are, Minstrel. I say, laughing.
I mean, I'll do the Arcana check, but I take it as I picked them up, I felt a twinge, didn't I?
Yeah, magic twin still.
Yeah, so I'll get Pyre to look if this goes badly.
I
okay.
assume they're magic. 'cause
13. No, you're going to get that from that. That's the simplest one of the set. So the magic item card is there. You've got 12 of those in total.
Don't tell Khan. We could sell.
Okay, next is the medal or the bow. Who wants to look at that?
I'll look at the medal.
Okay, the medal. Make an Arcana check as you picked it up.
I will make a Craig is a narc Arcana check.
Isn't a narc a snitch?
Yeah.
Okay, can't argue. 22. Okay, you're going to get the full one, and that's the highest one.
Nice. That can be used to grant a player a single level by
Yes.
wearing it.
Yes, you gain a level if you put it on, but do read the rest of it.
I'm going to put it on.
You're taking that risk?
I would put it on.
Okay. I'm going to roll the...
And I'm going to
Also-
cast Absorb Elements.
I'm also going to point out you're not going to wait till you hit the next level and then use it.
I don't think I'm that far into level 7, to be honest. I've got like 31,000. Well, let me just check how much is level 8.
Oh, if you got 31, you're very fucking close to digging.
Am I?
I think it's 34.
I'll be
So
honest,
I've
that
only
seems a
got
lot of
30
experience.
I've only got 38, and I've been level 8 for ages
Oh,
now.
yeah, I am quite close. Okay, in that case, I won't use it yet.
Yeah,
I should
bro.
say
I'll
that.
do the experience from that fight in a minute for you, and then you can worry about that afterwards. Okay, last is the bow.
Oh, I'm not worried about it, I say as I put it in my pocket. I
Okay, last is the bow. Who's going to look over that?
shall also examine the bow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll let Pyre examine it.
We'll say you're helping him. Pyre, roll with advantage.
Oh, I shall.
So,
Oh.
17's still going to cover it. It's the middle of the range. You just made it.
This minstrel happens to be the legendary bolting bow of Mulg.
You can call it what you like. It's
I explain what it does, and I say, perhaps we should give this to our quiet ranger friend over there.
very kind of you. I can't do Matt's voice.
Yes, perhaps. I mean, I don't fancy hurting myself with it.
I haven't even read it. So
I will post it over to Matt in a second. If you're going to pass it to him, that's fine.
Medal of Valor. That's what I care about.
Okay, so while you guys are taking a long rest, I'm going to quickly tot up the experience from that encounter in the first thing. So heal up your spell points. I'll quickly divide it up equally.
And I will approach Pyre, not Pyre, the other one, Khan, and say, "Excuse me, remember I lent you some arrows? Could you lend me some back?"
He'll lend you back 20 arrows, we'll say. Also, I need to take off all the ones from those bloody rounds in that fight. There was
Arrow
a lot
boys.
going.
You might not want to lend me 20 arrows, because I'm fairly sure he only had around 20.
Can I mend
You
any?
probably lost them all.
Can I mend any of the arrows?
No, they've dissolved, unfortunately.
Okay. Right. So
Yeah,
these
he's lost a
books,
total of 16 arrows in that fight.
at
Oh.
a glance,
Sorry?
I thought Chris was going to say
No.
something. At a glance, are there any particularly nice-looking books?
The ones on the top shelf seem to be gilded with gold, and some have small gemstones.
Minstrel, would you mind climbing up and grabbing me some of those fantastic-looking books?
I do a backflip and climb up.
Acrobatic saving throw, please.
I, as a reaction, cast Featherfall on him.
You don't mean saving throw, do you?
Oh no, acrobatics check, sorry.
I presume he does it
20.
floating.
Yeah, I was going to say, you bounce from one side to the other of the room almost perfectly, bouncing between two narrow corners and grabbing several of the top shelf books, hanging there with one arm, looking rather impressed with yourself.
I give him a clap.
Not again. I've only just had the last flare up cleaned. As I carefully
Okay,
climb
that's the
down again.
experience for the previous fight.
Jesus. Wait,
It
we
was a
ending
big
now?
thing. No. I was just doing it so you could use the thing if you wanted it to.
I think that means I've leveled up now.
Add it on and work it out.
But so I could, in theory, become level 9 now
Yeah.
if I survive.
If you survive.
That will piss Matt off so much. He's
But
come back and you're a whole level. In fact, you're
Yeah,
two levels.
Hold on. Absorb elements. Would absorb elements work with it?
No. I was going to say due to the nature of how it's affecting you, because it's physically burning itself into you.
Oh. In that case, there's like a 2/3 chance it will kill me.
It's your choice. It's a gamble.
Sorry, a 1/3 chance.
1 in 3 chances isn't too bad. And I'll tell you what, to be fair with it, I'll roll it into the chat if I do it.
3, 2, 7, 3, 5.
Don't forget to add on your hit points for that experience as well. For the level up you just got.
Oh, level
Am I
level
leveling up
9.
now?
So you can level up now if you've got time to do it, yeah.
I'll do it at the end of the session, shall I? Or do we?
It's up to you. It was only so you could use it now if you wanted to, is why I did it. And it just lets me reset the experience charts.
Yeah, but the only thing is I have to choose 2 more spells, and that might take me a while to choose them.
Just leave it blank and pick them later.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that then. So I'll just
Yeah.
roll my
Just
hit
roll
dice.
your constitution, and if you get any effects that come from that level, I'll look it up for you now. What type of wizard are you?
I am. It's the average, isn't it? So I got a 6, right?
Yeah, 6 total.
So I'm at 51.
Classes.
What did you ask me? I'm a divination. School of
Divination. You get an ability score improvement 8.
Oh, so a feat.
Or a feat, it's up to you.
Or
You
2
could-
feet.
Or slam 2 points into your intelligence, more than likely since you're a wizard. I don't know what that would give you, probably like 8, like 20?
So it would give me 20.
That is an option.
So I have to decide this now, do I?
Mm-hmm. That one will say do now. Just if you're going to take a feat or if you're going to do an ability score, just pick that.
Well, do Chris's bit while I look at least.
Chris, what was it you wanted to do?
I was
You
just
were
going
putting
to.
books down last I checked.
Yeah, I was putting the books down for Pyre, and then I was just going to expend a couple of hit dice.
Sure, so roll your hit dice out. Okay, so you heal for 4 plus your constitution modifier twice.
2, so it's plus 6. I suppose I'm going to do exactly the same thing again because that sucks.
Fair enough.
10.
That's a bit better.
That's more like it.
There's still a 1 in there. That's a wow, you got 1 both times. You're feeling a bit healthier.
Yeah, back to full.
Fair enough.
Well,
So,
Pyre,
Right.
Yes.
this is interesting.
If we level up, do I get all my spell slots back?
There are still your spell slots as well. You won't have any prepared higher level spells if you have
Is there
access to them.
anything else in this room? Was there any exits or stairs? Or
This is just books. Very expensive looking books, but books.
are there any more on the shelves that I could collect?
The entire top shelf is lined with them. You'd estimate there's about 100 of them.
I will take as many as I can fit in my bag of holding.
Given the bag of holding's been emptied out of those statues, you could probably get all 100 of them, of the really nice ones. Plus
Ooh.
some others if you wanted.
Pick up 100.
Well, you threw 3 to Pyre, so say 97.
97 books. From
Finely gilded. You would have to start reading them all to get titles. I don't know if you're going to bother with that.
Are there any in that lot of 97 that would stick out to me?
There's one called The Bard's Tale, but whether or not that would pay a lot of attention to you.
Yes, it would. I love Tale.
It is also spelled that way, Tail.
Any of them better decorated than others, or are they all
That shelf, they're
Standard
all
gilded.
finely decorated. They've all got gold-lined edges and front pages with gemstones set inside them.
Let's see.
They'd all weigh about £1 each.
I'm going to separate the Bard's Tale, and I will keep that book for myself.
Fair enough. Okay. Pyre, where would you settle on?
Still deciding.
Still deciding. Okay. Minstrel, as you continue looking around the room, you now come down to the next shelf where the books are lined with silver. And below that, the books are lined with copper, and below that, they're lined with a black metal.
On the silver ones, are there any titles that would stick out to me?
If you're going to search the entire room, it's going to take you about 20 minutes. But probably the most likely one is A History of Smut.
I'm definitely taking that.
Okay. Well, other notable ones on the silver shelf for you would be The Trials and Heresies of Tyr. If you were still worrying about Merrick.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Okay. And finally, yeah, I'm going to say that one's going to stick out to you a lot. Shartan, the Deceiver.
I definitely picked that up, and I call Pyre over.
I'm just going to get +2 intelligence.
Sure.
So that makes my spell attack 8 now, right?
With level 8, does your proficiency go up? I'll double check.
I have now done a jump off a bookcase, and I'm sitting down reading through Shartan the Deceiver.
Okay.
Very interesting
no.
book. Yes, I probably should have told you about that he's a trickster deity. Yes.
Okay. As you begin reading through the book, there seems to be a number of notes trying to work out exactly which deity he is. It does seem to have established he's famously known as the Trickster and the Chameleon. These are the main talking points for the book. They haven't quite got it sussed.
Oh, I've got 2 level 4 spell slots now.
No. This book has it all wrong. Where's the raccoons?
Interestingly, there is a section on raccoons, and it is mentioned that he seems to have some affiliation to them.
I'm taking all this in, and I've got a new lease on life, a new purpose almost.
Oh, can I see your porpoise? Oh,
I withdraw my aboleth in a jar.
Okay.
And I say, this is my porpoise. Hello, Mr. Obelisk. Would you like to read this book with me?
It's got to be better than sitting in that bag indefinitely. You know, there's nothing in there. I can't see the other items. It's really boring.
Oh, I'm sorry. Read this book.
As he begins looking it over. Oh, I know who this is.
Oh, I know what one of the spells I'm getting is.
Okay,
Who is
you
it then, Mr. Obelisk?
And what will you do for me if I tell you?
I will set you free.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, you're looking at information on Elevan Illiseri, the elven god.
I see.
Now, you promised to set me free.
Yeah, as I put him back in my bag.
You bastard! You know that's not going to work again now, right? He's also going to be very reluctant to help you again.
Summon greater demon.
Um,
Should I get summon greater demon?
You can. Okay, so with that, you now have to
What
look
was
up.
it? What was the name of the elven gods?
I'll pull it up now and send you a quick page, because I assume you're going to be researching it the second you get the chance. It's Erevan Illiseri.
That down. Erevan. Here's a van.
Erevan Illiseri.
Right, the spells I picked are Arcane Eye and Enemies Abound.
Okay. So with that,
Oh, and I get more prepared spells now as well, don't I?
Your intelligence modifier plus your wizard level, yeah, so you can prepare 2 more a day. That won't be to take a long rest.
There's 13 prepared spells.
Yeah, so you can get a fair few. Okay, with that, anything else you want to be doing in here? You've still got the copper books to go through and the black metal lined books.
I shall have a look at the black metal lined books.
As you look across the books, the titles at this shelf seem to be far more mundane. A guide to gardening, a guide to farming, a guide to so on and so forth. Mundane things that general people would use. There seems to be a guide for about 100 subjects here.
Yes, well, very interesting. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes.
Okay, anyone want to look over the copper books?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I suppose I'll scan as well.
Okay, as the two of you scan round, higher. The book that stands out most to you, as you've just made a quick circuit of the room, is The Idiot's Guide to Immortality. And Minstrel, the book that stands out to you seems to be a self-help book entitled How to Marry the King's Daughter.
That's in my bag.
Okay. There's also a notable book called The Art of Intimidation, and one more called, for Pyre's interest, Meddling with History.
Okay.
If you just want to take the ones which are most interesting.
Yep. I'll ask Minstrel if he can keep them in his bag.
Sure.
Which ones am I keeping in my bag?
I think Pyre had An Idiot's Guide to Immortality and
Meddling with history.
Meddling with History. That was it.
Both copper.
Both copper.
Meddling with history.
Yes. Okay, so with that, you guys are free to do what you like for a minute.
I'm going to check if I get another cantrip.
Another cantrip, fair enough.
I'm checking if I do. I don't know if I do.
Oh, let's have a look.
No, I don't.
Cantrips known. Yeah, no, not till 10.
Are
Are you going to use the medal now?
Oh, am I going to use the medal now? I wish we had a paladin to give me like extra HP. Do you have anything that gives extra HP, Minstrel?
Well, I was going to say you could always do this when we head back to a city, because I do need to go shopping, and perhaps we could have you use it while you're supervised by healers.
I mean, an option. As long as he doesn't do more than his total health, it's not a problem.
Yeah, well, that's the issue, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if you can cast that like
I'm
heroism.
putting it on. Fuck it, I'm putting it on.
You're putting it on. Okay, I'm rolling.
Hold on, I was going to clarify. Does cutting words work on this?
Can that lower damage?
Yeah.
In theory.
I mean, won't lower it by much, but it might make a difference.
Okay, rolling 8d8. 41.
Thank fuck for that.
How bad was it?
Cutting words.
Cutting
I'm
words
alive.
anyway.
I'm alive. It's fine.
Alright, 34. You take 34 points of fire damage as the V burns directly into your chest. That's
So-
there forever, by the way. There's no healing that.
I mean, it's amongst the other burn scars now.
Yeah, it's going to look a little different. A bit like a Superman skull.
Oh,
If you're familiar with the Superman when he had the burned S as opposed to the one on his suit.
no.
Oh,
But
fair
I
enough.
can imagine what it looks like.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, you immediately hit level. You were 8,
9.
you're now 9, yeah.
Fuck. That's cool. So I got 48,000 XP.
Yep, you can jump straight to 0 experience into level 9.
So just 48,000.
Yeah.
You also get your 5th level spell slot.
What? And,
Yeah.
and I get to pick 2 more spells as well.
And you do. We'll cover that one once you're back in town. While we're doing other bits, you can start looking over them. Minstrel, are we taking the book back, or?
I think take the book. I'm in no situation to get into combat right now.
Fair enough. Okay, so with that, you're going to teleport, I assume, to Iridal?
Iridal, that's right.
Yep. So as you teleport to Iridal now, you reach the town square once again. It's a little in the afternoon, as you spent a few hours exploring that place. But you've got your letter, you can go get your gold at any point.
Before I go get the gold, I'd like to go to the blacksmith's.
The magic one?
No, the standard one.
The regular one. Okay, so you head to the blacksmith up in the northern markets you met before. Durin, the dwarf, comes out to greet you from his stall. Ah, hello there. How is it going?
Very well, thank you. I'd like to make a purchase, if I may.
Of course, what would you like?
What kind of arrows do you sell?
Ah, I've got plenty of standard arrows with metal tips, or you could head to the Fletcher. He's got some nice ones.
What's this Fletcher known by?
His name is actually Fletcher. He's just over the other side of the market.
Okay, I'll go have a chat with Fletcher. Thank you very much.
I can get scrying.
Okay, as you head over to Fletcher, where Durin was pointing you, the human who you've also met once before and bought bowstrings off is going to come up and say, "Ah, hello again. Are you in need of more bowstrings? How many have you broken now?"
I have broken. Well, I haven't broken any, but I have replaced one.
See,
because the other one was looking a bit frayed, and that's no good. I'm actually here on the hunt for arrows. What kind of arrows do you stock?
I've got, as he brings up, 2 bolts of fairly standard arrows. One's like this, which have the standard flint tip with the eagle feather arrows. Eagle feather flights, not arrows. As well as these ones, which are a little harder to come by, which is solid metal arrows with eagle feather flights, which, as you look over, are well-made craftsmen. They're probably +1 arrows.
Let's see. And how much would they set me back?
For a bolt of 20 standard arrows to begin with. Hang on. That's not a lot, but... Oh, come on. It'll be a total of 5, 10... 1 gold piece for 20 standard arrows, or 50 gold pieces for the enhanced metal arrows.
Okay, have you got anything better than these enhanced ones?
I have this one arrow, as he's going to pull out a rather unusual looking arrow. The shaft appears to be made of a green metal, the flights appear to be made of dragon webbing, and the tip appears to be made from dragon scale. This is a particularly...
Pray tell.
It's rumoured to kill dragons very, very efficiently, but I only have the one. It was given to me by a rather desperate-looking man.
I see. Is there any proof to this claim, or are you just going off a desperate man's...
He taps it against the desk, and you see or against his stall, and you see the wood splinter down the edge.
I see. And how much would that set a weary traveller?
I think, given its unique nature, I'd have to charge no less than 1,000 gold pieces.
I will buy that, and I will also buy 100 of your +1s, if I may.
Okay, 100 plus 1 would be 250, so that's 1,250 in total.
1,250.
I'm going to say Khan's Come is also going to buy 40 standard arrows at 2 gold pieces, because he needs some arrows.
Are we in the blacksmith?
100 plus 1 arrows, and then 1. What should I call it? Dragon Slayer arrow?
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Is there anything else I could help you with? Do you need a new bowstring? At which point, Khan is going to purchase one of those, because the metal bow didn't have one on it. Unless you still have your minstrel.
He actually has a bowstring with him.
Oh, fair.
I remember that, because I gave him one.
Fair enough.
I don't know, because my longbow is magical. So, would it need its bowstring replacing?
The bow, it won't break because it's magical. However, the bowstring would have dissolved inside the slime, so it will.
Okay, I'm just going to put one of my bowstrings on it and say, no, your splendid bowstrings have still lasted me yet.
Fair enough. Because the bowstring isn't magical, it's the bow that casts the spell.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, anything else you want to be doing around the northern markets? We've still got the jewelers, we've still got a few traders around.
Pray tell, who would be the best person to speak to about rare works of art, such as tomes and books?
Fletcher's going to give you a quick thought, and he's going to say, well, there's Miss Sundre over there, or you could head to the Fine Bookstore down in the main street.
I think the Fine Bookstore probably sounds the most worthwhile place. Can I have some directions, please?
He explains to you roughly where it is, and Pi has been there before, if he's with you as well.
And I thank him for his time, and depending on what Pi wants to do, I would like to head there shortly.
Just want to try and choose a spell.
Okay, no, we'll leave you doing that. We'll say you're just following the party, lost in thought for the time being. Same as Khan, unless I come up with anything he might need. Okay. As you reach the Fine Bookstore, Pia, the strange woman who spoke with you before, is once again going to come over and begin speaking to the group. Ah, hello there, dearies. How can I help you? Why am I Irish all of a sudden? Ignore that accent, that wasn't what I was trying to do.
Hi, Doris. I'm actually here to part ways with some fine books.
I see. Could I perhaps take a look at these books?
But perhaps you should invite us in first.
I was going to say you're inside, it's a bookstore, it's actually open.
Oh, we're inside, okay.
Yeah.
And I would like to say, prepare yourself. I have brought with me a vast library. And I proceed to lay 96 gilded books out in front of her.
That's all the gold ones, yeah?
All the gold ones.
Okay. So, as she looks over the gold-encrusted and gemmed books, she's going to begin checking titles and looking at something under the counter she's got and making a few crosses on a list before coming back and saying, I could offer you 200 gold apiece for these books.
Oh, you drive a hard bargain. I suppose I'd be happy to part with these 96 books for 200 apiece.
Yep. So that's 19,200 gold. That's a lot of gold.
And I'm going to split that in two.
All right.
Sit on the two.
Could
And
give
I'm going to give 9,600 to Pyre.
My
All right.
God. Can I have that in platinum?
Yeah, you can put it in platinum if you want.
Actually, can I convert mine to platinum as well?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's 960 platinum, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah, 960. It's 1 to 10 for each step up.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else you would like? She's seems to be quietly dancing underneath the counter as she's clearly purchased something she was looking for.
I would like to show her Shartan the Deceiver and say, do you know anything about the author of this book?
She turns to the back cover and checks the author's name. The book appears to have been written by the King of Hollowtree.
I see. Wise man, Mad King. Thank you. That's all I needed from you. Out of curiosity, I can't help but notice you've got a happy smile on your face. Did you find something you were looking for in my repertoire?
Yes, some books. I was looking to complete a collection. There's a set of 15. I've now got 13 of them.
I'm glad to hear I could have been of service.
Yes, I'd say they shall be worth a small fortune when I collect them all.
Well, if I stumble across any more, I'll be sure to bring them straight back to you. What series of books was it?
I was going to say, she's going to hand you a small scrap of paper with the 2 remaining titles, I will type into the chat for you. And
Terraria.
did that one come up? Yeah. Temeraria and Anothisia.
I'm gonna put them in my head, in my memory.
Okay, that's fine. Let's say, yes, I'd be glad, even if they're not as finely gilded as these copies, to give you 200 gold apiece for those as well.
Right, you are. Is there anything you needed here, Pyre?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying much attention. I was connecting to another plane, talking to someone.
I see. Well, if there's nothing you need in this bookshop,
Bookshop. My goodness me. Do you sell any scrolls?
Yes, you bought out most of our collection the other day.
Oh yes, right.
you must forgive Pyre, who's a little forgetful.
What have you got left?
Christ, what was it you bought the other day? I'm going to scroll back.
Oh no.
I can't remember all the ones you bought.
Oh,
Loads of them, didn't you?
yeah. I can't remember either. Cloud of Daggers. Alarm, colour spray. I think that was it. Oh,
Yeah, I think those were the ones.
and the ones I could Bane and Enhance Ability. Those are the ones I bought.
Those are the ones you bought, okay. So, you've still got Chaos Bolt, Calm Emotion, Heat Metal,
Do I know
Levitate.
which ones are wizard spells?
You can make a check on that if you want. If you roll Arcana, I'll copy the whole list back, and you know which ones you bought.
11.
11. Okay. Somehow in the other channel. Oh, Christ, I've copied all the times as well, but you get the idea. Okay, so with 11...
Oh, no, I did that in my other
So,
thing.
that's fine. Okay, so let's go to spells. I will check. I'll do, say, up to the first 2 levels for that one.
Oh,
So-
enemies are bound. I just used my level up to get that. That's unfortunate.
Levitate is a wizard spell.
Okay, I'll buy Levitate.
Heat Metal is not. Which ones didn't? Other ones didn't you buy? Calm Emotions.
Yeah, Calm, Emotions, and
That's
Chaos
not
Bolt.
either. And Chaos isn't either.
So just Levitate. Just Levitate.
Just Levitate's the last wizard spell you haven't purchased already.
I shall buy Levitate.
Okay, that was a 2nd level spell, so that's 200 gold pieces.
Okay.
Not
Very
going to
good.
bother you for a minute.
Do you mind if I give you 20 platinum pieces?
Of course. She takes 20 platinum pieces gladly and hands you the scroll.
What level? That's level 3.
I thought it was level 2. Levitate.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, 2nd level.
Right. Can I just spend the extra 50 now and learn it?
Since it's from a scroll and you can already decode it, I'll say yes. Go on, I'll let you put it in the spellbook. Okay, so with that, where are we off to next?
I suppose we should go collect our earnings.
Okay.
More money? Yes, of course.
So as you head over to the guild with your completion note, I assume you're going to... it's afternoon, it's not quite evening, so Stephanie's still going to be on the desk. As she comes in and says, Minstrel, you're back again, as Karna's once again changed into a female moon elf to keep consistent with the guild.
Hello there, we have returned from our mighty quest.
That was awfully fast. It's
You're
only been
welcome.
a few days.
We're getting quite efficient at this, not a single death either.
Congratulations.
Pyre, you've got the note.
Ah, yes. It's somewhere in my pack. Let me just... here it is. And I hand it over.
Very good. Very good. Derek has the reward in his office. It's just been sorted.
I
Please.
we should go speak to Derek.
I fucking made that slip myself because of you doing that all the time. Oh dear. As you head back to Derek's office and knock gingerly on the door, he calls you in before settling down in his desk chair as you sit upon the sofas and says, "Now, how can I help?"
We have completed the job in God's land.
Close enough. I see. Well, it's rather efficient. I've already just finished counting the reward. Here we are, as he takes the small chest and places it on the table.
And we've also made a couple of discoveries.
Oh, and what would that be?
One, I recall my fellow comrade, or rather retired comrade, was on the hunt for the Hammer of Tyr, which we actually found a part of on our adventures.
He
The
must be
favour
glad.
I ask, can you please ensure he gives this book a read as I pass him the Trial and Heresies of Tyr?
I shall have it sent to Godholm for you. That's quite all right. As he takes one gold piece out of the chest for mailing fees.
And second, you recall I gave you forewarning about this being called Shartan with his travelling house?
I'm just trying to remember if you did that when Shartan was in the city or not. I think he did it when he was in the city, so no, he's not going to remember that.
I
He's
see.
He's somewhat confused.
I see you've had your memory wiped of Shartan. The being with a travelling shop who plops down, causes mischief, and then teleports away and wipes an entire city's memories of his presence.
My God, how could you deal with such a powerful entity?
Don't know, but we have since discovered for a long time we felt I'm trying to think what's the word, divine energy coming off him, and have been unable to place his motives. We have since discerned his true identity.
I see. And who would that be?
Erevad Iliseri.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Illysory, I was going with, but I
Yep.
see. So
And
he must be fond of you, then.
I show him the front cover for Shartan the Deceiver.
I see. I see. So, I'm guessing this Shartan has always been somewhat friendly towards you, minstrel.
Of course, but he's a tricksy fellow.
Yes, I was going to say, elven gods, fickle creatures.
And he
They-
doesn't like dwarves.
Interesting. I'm not surprised too much, but I would have thought not caring about them would be more accurate.
He was there the day Dwarfhome fell. I've told you this before as well, but obviously you would have forgotten the entire conversation.
Yep, unfortunately. I see. I see. I shall keep an eye out for the fella. Although I don't know what I'm going to do against a god.
That's a very good question. That's a very good comment you've made there. I mean, to be fair, I've spent the longest time in ignorance of his true identity. It's only after speaking to my friend in the jar I've realised who he truly is.
I see. I see. Your friend in the jar. Were you
Oh, yes.
drinking?
Yeah, no, I've got a friend. I keep him in a little jar.
I see. We'll revisit that at a later date.
He's something called an obelisk.
An obelisk, a large stone pillar.
No, I think that's his nickname. I think it's because he's so small he goes by that. He's a aboleth.
Ah, that's an unusual creature to have captured. They're normally fairly large.
Oh, he's in a
big is the
jar,
jar?
and I pull the jar out my bag and flash it to him.
As the only words going through your brain is now, "You bastard! You bastard! You bastard!" I see. You found a baby one. As he pokes it and hears the word "you bastard."
Could end badly.
Well, I suppose we best take our reward. We'll probably be back for another job in no time. Yeah, Godholm. Kind of small snag. It's not related to what we were doing, I should hope. But there
If it's
has
the
been.
earthquake, we felt them here as well.
Yes, it's a little more of an earthquake. There's giant towers falling from the sky. But I'm sure we'll get around to looking into that and, find out what's going on there at some point.
I see. Very well. Thank you for letting us know. I shall arrange some parties to go investigate them. Do you know where they are?
Yes, I believe we do. Do we not, Pyre?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just run it over and say you explain the locations for him. Quickly
Right.
using the marks you made on the map from where it was.
My 2 spells I picked, by the way, my new spells are Wall of Fire and Telekinesis.
Cool.
And for the last level up, I didn't tell you I had got Enemies Abound and Arcane Eye. I think I did tell you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did tell him. Okay, so that's I'll add to Khan's as well. That's 8,333 gold pieces each.
That
800.
including Doris.
That's not taking Doris's share out. Do you want to take Doris's share out?
I wasn't sure. I was going to ask Pyre about that because Doris was there for this one, weren't she?
Yes, perhaps we should save it for her. I mean,
Yeah,
I've
so-
got more money than I could ever spend in a lifetime.
We'll split it in 4, and we'll take our cuts, and then ask for the remainder for the remaining shares we left in Doris's cause.
Okay, so that's 6,200, and to make it an odd number, 49 each. 0.75, so 7 silver
6249
I've
5 copper.
plus.
got quite a lot of money now.
Well, you will do. The jobs are going to be getting harder and harder, and the rewards are going to be getting bigger and bigger. Okay, so with that, Jarek is going to agree to keep Doris's set aside for her, or send it to her, or give it to her next time he sees her.
Now,
You
Pyre,
laugh at her doing, various things in Godholm.
Pyre, you wanted to go see my magic artifacts vendor, did you not?
Yes. Does she take platinum pieces?
No, she will only take other magical items.
Ah. Well, that's unfortunately, artifacts are my favourite thing, and it's the one thing I lack the most.
Am I allowed to part with the ground shield and the magic war pick,
They're no
And-
use to you, so certainly.
the demon sword stone?
Demon Sword Stone, sure. Don't mind. You can hand them over to.
Yeah, so I've given you the ground shield, which is tremor once a day, with demon sword stone, and the magic war pick.
Okay.
That should get you going, Pyre.
So those 2 items are. I'll just double check the rarity so I know what you're able to trade for. Okay,
you
so
very
they're
much,
all
Mr.
very rare.
Oh, nice. Can I learn Golder's Tower while I'm still in town?
Sure. You once again have a spell scroll, so you already know what it does, so you can just copy the exact spell scroll into your spellbook.
Yeah, 50 gold, right?
It takes about an hour while you're wandering around town, but you've been wandering around town for a little while now, so I'll say you did it.
I'm actually going to learn it now as well. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
prepare it.
Prepare it, sure. Well, you need to take a long rest or a short rest to change the spells, don't you?
Oh, okay. I went then.
I'll say I have vague memories of this. Okay, so what are we doing next?
We are going to Sidorm.
Okay.
And I'd like to take a deep bow at Derek and suggest that perhaps we go outside to teleport away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you head outside to the back alley behind the guild. Do you suddenly notice, looking over a small fence, that the guild has a garden you've never been in?
Oh, we've got a garden.
Before you now teleport to
How
Sidon.
quaint.
It's one of those things. I suddenly remember I designed this place with a garden. How have I never mentioned it?
I could have sat in that garden and read my book on portals.
Or the one on Narvis, but
My Mario's Guide to Interplanar Communication
yeah, sure.
and the
Um,
etymology of.
Okay, so as you teleport to Siodorm, you suddenly appear face to face with Salaxia. Always a daunting prospect.
Hello,
Give-
Selexia. Oh, Pyre, I forgot to mention, she's not actually a humanoid.
As the 60-foot across snake's head suddenly comes to eye level with the party.
I sort of stand back a bit as though I'm like slightly intimidated and say, "Very well. I trust it won't eat me."
Ah, hello there. You brought a new friend, I see, Minstrel. Very good to meet you. How are you doing?
Hello, madam. Not too bad. How are you?
I'm lovely, thank you. How can I help you today?
Well, Minstrel here told me that you trade in magical items and artifacts.
Certainly.
What's the
What?
oldest artifact you have?
She's going to pull up a small fountain.
Small
It's
is like a
about...
relative term,
Small is in waist high.
so I couldn't put it in my pocket.
Not really.
I'm going to determine the value of this fountain. 'cause
And
see
age, I think.
more than 100. No, just
I think you can get age as well. It's about 350 years old. And its value would be somewhere in the range of 20,000 gold pieces, given its effect.
my goodness. Yes, this is a fascinating piece.
Also, while you're looking it over, I'll say make an Arcana check.
I will make a Craig's and Arcana check.
26. You establish that this marvelous fountain turns water into wine.
Minstrel, you may want to have a look at this.
Oh my word.
Watch this, I say as I activate the fountain. You don't mind, do you, Slackslan?
No, it's quite alright if you would like a demonstration. You'd have to pour some water on it, so I assume you're pulling out your flask.
Yes.
Water skin, yeah, and pouring it on top as the water now turns to a deep red hue and becomes what smells like very delicious apple wine.
I would like to take... Oh, I don't have anything to put the wine in. Do I have an empty potion bottle from that greater healing potion I drank earlier?
Yes, it'd be about 100 milliliters in total you could take with that.
Alright, and I hand it to Minstrel.
Catch wine and take a sip.
It's delicious, it's refreshing, it's cinnamony, I'm not great at describing wine, so it's apple-y, cinnamonly. It's very crisp.
It's got nice wooden notes.
Yeah, that's a
Cedar
good
wood.
one. That's a good one. Oh, yeah, something along those lines. It's a lovely red wine.
Well, this is a fascinating artifact indeed, and I would love to add it to my collection when I one day get a museum, but I'm afraid I can't carry it at the moment. Perhaps you have some
The
more...
rest of the wine before taking it back.
Perhaps something more practical. I am a fan of the arcane arts, you see, and I also like to burn things.
You like to burn things, you say? Perhaps this might help you. As she hands you a small, I say small cloak. It's a fairly long cloak, but it's cut at the front, so it's sort of waist high at the front and then long at the back, like a duster jacket. This might be to your liking. It allows one to resist fire damage should you have any accident.
Well, I do kind of enjoy fire damage, but yes. And how much would this cost?
I would be willing to trade it for 2 other artifacts, should you have anything of equal rarity.
Can I wear that at the same time as the cloak as a manta ray?
Yeah, a robe and a cloak are different things.
Okay. I show her the trident and the ground shield. Would these suffice?
Marvellous items. I'd love to take them off your hands. As she's going to leave you the robe and take the 2 items.
Nice. What's the robe called?
It's anti-burn. It's just an anti-fire robe. It's just a robe with fire resistance. It doesn't have a specific name. Fire-resistant robe. Yeah.
And do you happen to have any wands? This my old wand from university is probably not quite as extravagant as a wizard as skilled as myself should own.
Well, to give you a simpler item, I would have a wand of magic missiles lying about.
I see. And would I be able to trade this magic pick for that?
And one other item. I always like to increase my collection when I make a trade. Minstrel, are you going to help him out?
I've got the Demon Swordstone, but is it worth trading for a Wand of Magic Missile? How often am I going to use a Wand of Magic Missile when I've got Firebolt as well?
Up to you.
Uh,
Oh wait, you've got the pick and the thing. What? I've double checked the
Demon
rarity of the
Swordstone.
Demon Swordstone. I can get you something better for that, I think.
I suppose I'll I'll give him a cloak of a manta ray.
No, it's alright. The Demon Swordstone's epic level item, so you can trade for a very rare wand. Hang on. As opposed to a rare one. I thought it was. What?
Going to get a very rare wand in a minute.
Right, just going over the list. Rarity, very rare. How about a wand of level? Stop that. How about a wand of 3rd level for very rare?
3rd level.
Yeah, rare is uncommon is level 1, rare is level 2, very rare is level 3.
I could think of a 3rd level spell.
They have a wand of either Call Lightning or Counterspell.
Cool Lightning. That's not a wizard spell, is it?
That is not.
What's that then? Oh, hold on. I can look it up. I've got the thing.
You can look up Call Lightning.
Oh,
Although the name kind of gives it away.
it's a concentration.
Yeah.
I'll take the Wand of Counterspell.
Okay. The wand of Counterspell for the Swordstone and the pick.
And I'll throw in my mundane wand for free.
Okay. Very kind, I
Can I
shall.
make this Wand of Counterspell my Arcane Focus?
Yeah, it's a wand.
Okay.
Okay. Minstrel, anything you would like to trade while we're here?
I will show her the Tombury King crown and the Tombury King knife.
These are exceptional. Where on earth did you find them?
There was a Tombury King, you see, and we had to slay this beast.
I see. Allow me to see what I have. What sort of item would you be looking for?
Well, I'm open to suggestions, I think.
I have some +3 armor sets. I have a belt of Cloud Giant Strength.
A belt of what?
Cloud Giant Strength. I have this Blue Dragon Mask. Or I have... Let's see, what else would you like? I have... This is actually, I think, the perfect item for you, Minstrel. She's going to bring up from inside her thing a small wooden box and open it up to reveal a deck of cards.
And what does his deck of cards do, pray tell?
This is possibly the most famous magical item anyone's ever going to have heard of. This is the deck of many things.
Do I know that? I'm sure Pyre would know that, right?
You've probably heard of it. It's one of those things which shows up, but once you draw the cards, they vanish to somewhere else.
Yeah. I tell Minstrel that it's a very fascinating artifact.
I see. I mean, that does sound awfully interesting.
Yeah.
Perhaps I will be happy to trade this crown and this knife for this deck of cards.
Okay, so you're going to trade those two?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. You now have the deck of many things brackets 22 cards.
Ooh.
You have
And
a
I
full.
would also like to show her the. One sec. Tum. The lantern and a cloak of manta ray.
Lantern. This is a marvelous item, but the cloak of manta ray is unfortunately a little more common.
Okay, how about this fire short sword?
That's a rare item, so you'd be trading a legendary for a rare. Is that the way I did this? I don't know
I
if you'd have another
think-
legendary item, so you may want to hang on to it.
I might hang on to that for now.
Okay.
Okay, what about this fire short sword and this gauntlet of fireball? Are they the same rarity?
That's rare and also rare, yeah. So you could trade for up to a rare item.
Yeah. What rare items do you have, young lady?
Just coming over. Would you care for a ring of protection?
What does this ring of protection do?
It would add 1 to your armor class.
Would this magic item require attunement at all?
I'm just double checking. Do. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And it also gives you +1 to all saving throws while you're wearing it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was attuned to.
Your circlet, you got rid of the dagger, didn't you? So your armor of glamoring.
I've got lightning dagger, burning
No.
longbow,
Yes.
glamoured,
Yes.
studded leather armor.
Yep. So your glamoured, your circlet, and your armor would be your 3.
Yeah.
And your bow even. So it'd be up to you if you want to get rid of one of those.
To be honest, no. I mean, I think what I've got on's as good as I can get for now.
Okay. In that case, how about I have this set of 3 immovable rods.
Movable rocks.
Do I know what they?
Rods.
Does Pyre know what they are?
We'll say make an investigation for that one.
Investigation.
Okay. Nat 20. Okay, these are magical rods. Once they are fitted into place, they are nigh impossible to move. Using 2 of them, you could climb any height, because you could just move one, stand on top of it, move the next one above, climb on top of it, take the previous one, so on and so forth.
I've
With
heard
2
about these.
As you activate it with a small amount of magic and deactivate it with a small amount of magic. They're about 5 foot across, so they'd be helpful for doing almost anything.
These could be useful for barring away, could they not?
Exactly. Provided you use both of them and made a little cross, you could probably block off it from anything particularly large. You could also take, as she's now got to bring out to show you, this. Sorry, I've gone past it. Wings of Flying. It's another cloak. Does require attunement, but it will allow you to grow a pair of bird wings or bat wings for an hour and give you a 60-foot fly speed.
Oh my god, I would love that. Could I swap a cloak of manta ray for it and a demon swordstone? Wait, I've still got the magic pick and the demon swordstone, haven't I?
No, you traded those.
Did I?
That's what you traded for the Wand of Counterspell.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to take them out of my.
I'd do that now. Or alternatively, should you be wanting something more suited to something that doesn't require attunement, is what I'm trying to find. Hang on. Because I know you're trying to avoid that. Keep going through our list. Okay. Okay, so how about this? She's going to bring out a small necklace with a green charm in the shape of a snake hanging from it. This particular magical necklace makes you immune to poison, both effect and damage.
Good.
It does not require attunement, but it only works as long as you're wearing it.
And it's a necklace, did you say?
Yes.
Well, I am in the market for a new necklace, having mine been taken away from me.
Oh,
I think
wait, were
either
you
the
wearing the Demon Swordstone?
No, I was wearing a Lord of the Dead necklace that got destroyed somehow.
Wasn't it melted in the thing?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it was weeks ago.
Oh,
I haven't been wanting it for ages. What do you think, Pyre? Immovable rods or poison resistance?
Hmm. What was
poison
it?
immunity.
There was another thing as well, wasn't there?
The other one was another attuned item. That was the wings.
All right. Well, while the poison immunity does sound very amazing, it is quite circumstantial. Is that the right word?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's if any time you came across as poison.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Whereas the immovable rods, I mean, think of the uses.
That's my thoughts exactly. I'll go for the immovable rods, I think.
Okay, you collect 3 immovable rods.
Nice.
I'm very surprised you went with that one.
Really?
Yeah, but that's fine. They weigh 2
I
pounds
mean,
each.
when was the last time we came up against something that did poison damage?
No,
I mean,
he never hit you with a melee attack. Never mind.
You're definitely going to give
Oh,
us
no.
something that does poison damage now.
There's various poison things around. It's just I think a lot of the times they just never hit you. You burn things from a distance so often.
Yes.
The goblins you burned instantly had poison damage, but they never got a chance to use it. Oh dear. Yeah, so you've got 3 immovable rods.
Yep, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus, the DC on that is insane.
I'm going to say to Slaxia, do you mind if I set up a little place to sleep in your garden?
She's going to very tighten her quarters and say, "No one comes inside the ruins."
No, I just mean here. I thought this whole area was your land.
No,
I've been
I only care
understanding.
about inside the ruins. Other than that, you're free to do as you wish.
Thank you very much. And I would like to cast. I would like to cut. Oh, I can't cast it, can I?
No, you don't get prepared yet. You haven't taken a long rest.
Is it a ritual?
Geldor's.
No, it's not.
No, I didn't think it was.
Oh,
Also, I quite like the caveat with it.
With the deck of many things, are you going off the definitions in the player handbook?
Yeah, it's the player's handbook.
Some of them are fucking ridiculous, but some of them are terrifying.
Yeah, it's one of the most famous items from
Oh,
Reed.
you lose a level. Oh fuck!
There's one that says you gain a level as well.
it's the
In
caveat.
theory, if you you can cast this spell again while it's active to maintain the tower's existence for another 24 hours. You can create a permanent tower by casting this spell in the same location every day with the same configuration for a year.
Oh, so I guess yeah.
So if you're always going back to the same place, you could cast it there all the time.
It says a 2-story tower made of stone, wood, or similarly suitable sturdy materials. Can I have it made out of marble?
I mean, that's a stone, so yes.
Here's one, Pyre. Draw a sun. You gain 50,000 experience points and a wondrous item.
Yeah,
Well,
which I have a
that's-
table for.
That's the deck of many things.
He did trade 2 legendary items for it.
Do it now.
He has to draw, and I have a deck of cards I will actually be drawing from.
Oh, I see. So it's random.
Yeah, it's random. He doesn't know what the next card's going to be, so he can shuffle them, and then he can tell me to shuffle them as many times as he likes, and then I'm going to draw a card. And there's a chart telling me what I draw.
Minstrel, I have to say, I've been wanting to see one of these things my whole life, and it may seem a waste, but perhaps you could use one of the cards now.
Yeah, I don't have. Do they have a limited use or?
I have 22 cards.
Yeah, but it
Each time
says
you
here
draw one,
once.
they
Oh yeah, once a
disappear.
card is drawn, it fades from existence unless it's a fool or jester.
Yeah. So you can.
Do I want to do one?
It's a dangerous item.
Is it? Why
Oh, some of them are nuts.
are they? Perhaps we shouldn't do it around Saxia then. I'm gonna anyway. So when I get her permission, I'm going to wave my hands around as I'm about to cast a spell, and then I'm going to pull my 2-person tent out of my pack and set it up.
So you've set up your 2-person tent nearby.
Oh, there's one I could get stung by. Ruin. All forms of wealth that you carry or own are lost to you. Portable property vanishes. Business, buildings, and lands you own are lost. Any documentation that proves you should own something is also lost.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Right.
it's so risky.
Yeah, you could just give me all your money before you pull the card, and then I might give it back to you.
I mean, you could try it.
I'm not doing it yet. I'll save it. I'm
Yeah,
scared
okay.
of this.
That's fine. I'll set up a proper deck of cards here as well, so I'll shuffle them on camera for you at some point. I think I'm going to call it there, guys, because without Matt here, it's getting a bit tricky. Because I'm supposed to be doing that. We'll come back to it at this point later.